Give me 1 second here. I need to check on something. Alright, sorry about that. One of the cats had an oopsie. And now, are you wanting out? What are you wanting? Here? Oh, how's everybody doing? So, yeah, I was running a little late to this. All I'll say, because all I can say, is I just finished watching the final 5 episodes of Cobra Kai. Oh, it's gonna be a long week. What's up, 10K? Won't be able to make the live. I'm going to a birthday party for my sister. She's turning 3. But I have 3 questions for you. It might be 3 too many. What do you think of the hate on The Thing? I think he looks amazing and people complain. You want comic accurate, but when they get it, they complain. I think it looks pretty amazing. I don't know. I've seen that floating around, but I don't get it. I've been watching TMNT, so I was asking who's my favorite turtle. Leo has always been my favorite. Last one, how's your day going? Pretty good. What's my plans for Valentine's Day? I don't currently have any. We usually don't really celebrate it all too much. But, yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Not sure at the moment. Come to make a hot take. Joaquin Phoenix can never be as peak as Bryce Pinkham, because their voice difference is so day and night. I don't know why we're even comparing the two. Also, I think Eminem must have been banging a lot off screen if they having a baby on the way. I mean, they bang all the time off screen. We know that much, so duh. Pretty big duh. What's up, Cosmic? Hope your weekend's going good. The cats are well. Just wanted to leave a quick chat to say me and Nick are currently waiting to see Medina Lake, so we will probably miss the stream, but hope to catch you again next week. All good. All good. I hope you all have a good time and have fun. At MegaCon Orlando, just met the entire cast of The Flash and met 2 of the creators of Invincible. Hell yeah. Really cool convention this year. Sounds like it. I'm jealous. Out of the Flash cast, I've only met, I mean, it's Arrowverse, but Grant. I met Grant, and I've met Brandon Routh and Stephen Amell, but I didn't count him as a Flash cast member. And I guess Brandon Routh technically isn't either, but those are the only Arrowverse people I think that I've met so far. What's up, Imreese? Finally got caught up with Cobra Kai. Likewise. Me too. I have no more Cobra Kai to watch. What's up, JC? How are you doing? People are not ready for what's about to happen in Invincible. I'm assuming you're one of the people that knows of the story ahead, the comics and what. What's up, Christian? How are you? What's up, Nikki? I'm doing good. How's my Saturday going? It's been busy. I woke up around, I think like 7 or 8, something like that, and then I finished the editing for Owl House because I was a little behind on it, and I just spent the last 5 hours watching Cobra Kai. And that's where we're at right now. What's up, Axel? How are you? What's up, Matthew? How are you? What's up, Jazzy? How's the sweet cats? They're all doing good. Spilled a little whiskey on one of them. That's what I was cleaning up, and then noticed one of them had a little dangly I had to take care of. Fun. So that's what I was doing at the start of this stream when I was like, oh shit, hold on, I'll be right back. So man, I can't believe this season of Invincible is already out. Yep, 3 episodes deep. What's the scariest game I've played? Scariest game. Maybe because of the way it makes me feel, Outlast. It wouldn't be any of the Resident Evil games, which I've played most of, like 95% of them, whatever. There's like probably some of the side games I've never played, but like, scariest, I'd probably have to say Outlast just because of the nature of it. Kind of was just a little unsettling to me, but yeah, that's the only one that comes to mind at the moment. What's up, Rice Cake? Do you think there could have been more done with the Mauler twins? I don't know, man. I don't know what more you could do with the Mauler twins. I don't know what the objective is in the comics, so I don't really know what more material there is, but it seems like their gimmick kind of had run its course, so I'm kind of not expected with what they did. So I don't know. I mean, you could always come up with more stuff with your characters if you're a creative enough writer. So I think there's always the possibility of more, but with what we've had so far, I feel like it's fine with what happened. Love Saturdays. Are you gonna check out what's left of Cobra Kai this Thursday? I already have. I already have. That Fantastic Four trailer tells me the film will beat the 2015 one. It's not a high bar from what I've heard. Again, I can't speak from experience, but yeah, I don't know. Probably definitely will clear it. Am I going to be watching the new Spider-Man show? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Who do you think has, who do you see as more evil? Omni-Man or Homelander? Omni-Man's not, at this point, like, Omni-Man's not, I wouldn't even classify him as evil at this point. Homelander is sadistic. Omni-Man doesn't really have that, he doesn't care enough, or at least he used to not care enough to even have that edge to him. And especially now, I wouldn't classify him as evil either. If Miguel and Sam were to have a limited spinoff where they face off Hector Salazar, would you watch it? Sure, why not? Hard to believe that Eben is back in the MCU. Have you seen The Punisher? Yeah, I have. I have seen all of we're talking the Marvel Netflix stuff. Yes, for sure. I won't be able to watch Cobra Kai until next month because I chose to keep Disney Plus for one more month to binge Daredevil. You can only pick between one or the other? Well, beware. There's going to be a lot of dodging that'll need to happen. Like, I can't talk about anything quite obviously, but like, these 5 episodes are insane, I'll say. What's up, Janine? Or Janie, sorry. Did you know that Joe Locke's career started at Heartstopper and Kit Connor is the voice of Bright Bill? I corrected you. Haha. Yes, I knew about the Bright Bill thing. I found out about that after the fact. I did not know that was Joe Locke's first thing as far as like professional acting. I saw that in the comments as well, but like I would have been shocked to have heard, I am shocked to have heard that because he's just in that first episode is so emotive, like really fucking good. So that was actually surprising to learn after the fact. What the next to react this week? Well, tomorrow I'll be recording my reactions to Heartstopper, Owl House, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Will I be doing reactions to Neighborhood Spider-Man? Not anytime. Jesus Christ, I'm getting sick of. I'm honestly, I am, like, from the people that commented on every video. Then that one guy last week, and then just that. Yeah, no, not anytime soon. I'm not interested. I've not. I've heard great things about it. I'm just not interested, and I just don't have the time. Love season 2 of Daredevil. What did you think of Elektra? I thought she was fine. I thought she was great. I like the actress they cast. I like her role in the story and whatnot. I thought she was fine. A guy in my film class thought The Thing looked pretty bad, but hopes the film is good. I don't get that, man. I don't know what they're even comparing it to. Like the old Thing? The last one? Any of them? The Thing looks as good as I think it could be. I don't know how you make it better, to be honest. Like, other stuff in the trailer, maybe I could see an argument for, but The Thing is the last thing I expected anybody on the internet to really be bitching about. Homelander. Yeah, easy. What's up, Dirty Artist? How are you? So I think the reason the Mauler twins were killed off is because of the joke of them not knowing which one was the real one and which one was the clone ended in season 2. Okay. I don't know why that would have been the reason to kill them off. Well, I'll react to Marco teaser, family teaser, action teaser, Marco official trailer, movie budget 3. What the fuck? No. I'm just gonna say no. Episode 2 of Invincible is so good, it's just become my favorite. I was so invested in seeing Cecil's flashbacks. He's such a good character. He's like the perfect blend of Nick Fury with Amanda Waller. I've seen that comparison quite a bit, and I agree. He's so understandable and so relatable. Even if you disagree with him, or what his approach, I just find he's so fascinatingly well written. He's just so good. So good. That whole episode was one of my favorites as well. It easily jumped to one of my favorite episodes, I think, of the show so far. I've been really loving season 3 and been so stressed out. I have 2 episodes left. That is the gist of season 3, is stress, I'll say. You're an awesome cat dad. I try my best, man. There's so many of them and it's so chaotic, but I try. What's the funniest video game you've ever played? Funniest video game I've ever played. Probably South Park: The Stick of Truth. So you can call me crazy, but I rewatched the scene like 20 times, and the voice of the person monitoring Mark and his loved one sounds like Sterling K. Brown. I could definitely be wrong, though. I already know who it is. Someone joined our live stream at the end of season 3 and spoiled one big thing for me. Just right out of jump. I forgot to even mention it in the video because I forgot about it. But even so, if you watch the episode with the subtitles on, it tells you who it is. So I know who it is already. So I won't say just in case anybody else hasn't seen that yet. This movie is inspired from Korean cinema. You just hear the pitch of somebody else's movie? What is this? I haven't seen the second part of the season yet. It's not out. That's not... We were talking about Invincible, right? You said we don't know what's coming. Unless you literally meant we don't know what's coming. Thought you were, that was one of those things, oh, guys, you have no idea what's around the corner. Hey. It's gonna get crazy. Have you read the comics is what I was saying. And that was one of my favorite designed characters in One Piece. Any character designs stand out to you? From One Piece, design-wise, I think one of my favorites so far is probably... if we're just talking about aesthetic, about design, and all of that, the look of the character and whatnot, probably... it's not even that astounding of a thing. It's Crocodile's probably one of my favorite character designs so far. I'm just scrolling through characters in my head at the moment. Anel's fine. I don't love the design, but I mean, it's fine for just a character and whatnot. But Crocodile had some swagger to him. I like Crocodile's design. What do you drink today? I am drinking some honey whiskey. Also, goddamn, Invincible Season 3 had a really strong start. It really did. It really, really did. It did not hold back its punches at all right off the jump, which was fantastic. Disney is looking to bring back Kim Possible, Darkwing Duck next. I mean, 6 years ago, a Darkwing Duck reboot was announced and put into production, and we have heard absolutely nothing since. Same people behind the DuckTales remake, as well as Seth Rogen, his company, and all that were involved. I assumed it was going to be a spin-off of the Darkwing Duck origin that was displayed in that show. Supposedly, it's still greenlit, it's still happening, but we've heard absolutely no updates about it. And I'm curious if they were to bring back Kim Possible, like what they would even do. Would it be a reboot, remake, whatever? Please don't do live action. Or will it just be like picking up with them in college or years later or whatever? That's what if they wanted to do anything, that's what I would prefer. That Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode made me like Mace even more. He truly is just a man who is just trying to make things better and more equal for everybody. Exactly. I like Mace as a character. As disagreeable as I am, it's really only in the way that it makes it difficult for our characters, our faves, the guys that we've been here with throughout the entire run. But he himself, like, I get what he's doing, I get why he's doing everything he's doing, and the whole twist and reveal did, in fact, make me like him even more. I swear to God, I am not gonna read any more questions about the Spider-Man show, because I just noticed another one just popped up. Do you think the Avengers could defeat Omni-Man in a fight? The live-action ones? No. Comic book versions? Yes. But the live-action, like, MCU versions of these characters could not do shit. Do you consider the Punisher a defender? No. I mean, technically he's not. He wasn't part of the team. How would you compare Jeffrey Mace's story with that of John Walker? I mean, they're very similar in the way that they are trying to save face with everything, even though there's a different motivation behind Jeffrey Mace's. I don't know. They're very similar because they're both trying to accomplish almost the same thing. Except he didn't go into it trying to be the next Captain America. They just try to manufacture their own super in a way, which honestly kind of worked out a little bit better for them, I think, than the other stuff. Let's see. I'm going to see the movie Companion tonight. Have I seen or heard of it? No, I have not seen nor heard of it at all. This would be the first. And as far as the Spider-Man stuff, people have been asking about it since it came out. And like, for like 2-3 weeks, whatever, like, it's just constant. On every video of mine, it's come up. At least by somebody once or twice. And then there's the whole ER thing where somebody's like, why aren't you watching Spider-Man? I was like, motherfucker, I just told you all I went to the fucking ER. And then dog shit talking, one of the other shows I am covering. Oh my God. Anyway, that irritated the crap out of me. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. And I don't have time for it right now. So if I do cover it, it'll be probably after it's over. And who knows? I've heard it's gotten better. I've heard the first 2 episodes are pretty okay, and I've heard from some people that it's gotten better. The animation I still think looks awful, but story and character-wise, I've been hearing decent things. But I've seen some people compare it to the Flash TV show, like they compared it to a CW superhero show though, which is interesting. Anyway, that aside. Usually need to choose between 2 streaming services that are so expensive nowadays that I rarely get both. Luckily, my Amazon Prime is on a family plan, so I can watch Invincible. Hell yeah. It's a good show. It is a good show. I like this Invincible Season 3. Likewise. Did I watch all the Defenders shows and the crossover miniseries? Yes. Or did I only watch Daredevil? No, I've seen all of the Netflix Marvel shows and the Defenders miniseries. Watch all this stuff. Up until I started Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the only non-MCU stuff that I watched was the Netflix stuff when we're talking live-action Marvel stuff. So that's still, The Gifted, Inhumans, blah, 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 blah. None of that stuff I've seen. Sad PSN is still down. I need my Marvel Rivals fix. Didn't know it was down. Was not aware. I haven't used it in forever. Do you think was in the wrong Mark or Cecil? Mark was being hypocritical. Cecil was not helping the situation. Mark has been extremely hypocritical about all of this and his reaction to it. His reaction justifies Cecil's actions, but Cecil's handling of these things could have been a lot more graceful. I don't think either one is wrong, to be fair. At the end of the day, Hootie's my favorite Disney princess. Aw, fair. I want Stranger Things. We just have to wait a little bit longer, Ashley. Just a little bit longer. I want to disagree, but agree with Cecil at the same time. That's the beauty of it. Hey, PSN's back. Yeah, I've got no complaints about Fantastic Four so far. I mean, I'd have to see more to really give you any kind of complaints. I know they didn't. The one thing I kind of am a little suspicious of is the fact they didn't show us any stretching in it. They're holding off on that for now. Hello. What's up, Darkly? If you had the subtitles on, it literally said the name of the character. Yeah. I hate that, though. That's why I don't watch things with subtitles. That's annoying as shit. Cobra Kai. I think the guy in my film class just thinks the mouth movement looks weird on the thing and unnatural. It's a rock guy. It's a rock dude. Of course, I don't know. Whatever. Did I see the One Piece live action season 2 finish filming? I did. So happy for Logetown and Chopper this year. I'm excited to see Chopper in action. And yes, I'm excited to get to Logetown and see how they're going to do all that. I'm excited. I'm really curious to see how they're going to do Little Garden in live action. Top 5 characters in Daredevil. Daredevil. Punisher. Fisk. Foggy. Shit. Forgot his name, man. The agent in season 3. Either the agent in season 3, I forget his name, or the reporter in season 1. Cannot remember if I said this before, but I finished watching / reacting to Hill House. I loved it. Hell yeah. I mean, it's fantastic. Great series to react to. Very spooky, very fun. Love it. It's one of those shows where I would love to rewatch it with a blank, clean slate, just wiped out of my mind and rewatch it again. Ray? Yes. Yes. Ben, thank you. Ben. It was like stuck because I was like, God fucking damn it. He was in the Ben Affleck one. What was his name? Ben Yorick. Thank you. He was fascinating. He was such a good character. Such a good character. But the agent in season 3 was also a really good character. Surprising, like, with how, like, endearing that guy became so quickly. Superman Fantastic Four First Steps in the same month. What else? And Jurassic World is also the same month as well. It's like 3 weeks of pulp fiction movies. Season 3 of Invincible already tops Season 2 in my opinion. Feels like back to form of Season 1, to be honest. Fair. I didn't dislike Season 2. I just know a lot of people had their hang-ups with it. I just didn't like the fact that we had that fucking gap in the middle of it. That was annoying. Did they make a live-action Kim Possible already? Yeah. No, they did, but we don't need any more of that. I'm excited for the Phineas and Ferb reboot this year. Never watched that. Never watched that. Well beyond my time. What's up, Terrence? If you had an elemental power, what would it be? If you gave me an elemental and a choice of an elemental fire, I would definitely love to be a pyrokinetic. I love fire. I also love burning shit. So honestly, I think Mark was an idiot in the season 3 episode 1 when he mentioned the other Adam Eve. But either than that, I love the premiere. Haven't seen episodes 2 and 3 yet, but can't wait though. You're in for a fucking ride then. And all good. I get annoyed when I see the same thing I've addressed 1,000 times. And it's not your fault, and there's no way for you to kind of get around it. It's just, I can't help it. Do you think Mark is kind of being hypocritical? Yeah. It's like I said earlier. Yes, he is. Because he's talking about, he was arguing that people can't change, but then he starts arguing about his father. He's saying his dad can change. Like, he flip-flops back and forth. Because he's acting on emotion. Cecil isn't. See, that's where Cecil is like I understand where he's coming from, but that it's part of that's where he's also exasperating the situation because he's done a lot that's pushing Mark and riling Mark up, and the last thing you want to do is piss off a Viltrumite. We have hello there. It's Mormon time. Indeed it is, Sketch. So far, who's your favorite Owl House character? As I've said many a time up until this point, it is Ida. Quickly becoming Amity. At this rate. 3-2 made me appreciate Cecil's character even more. I've always understood, even if I disagreed or didn't like the handling of it, I always understand where he's coming from, and that just makes it even more understandable. Did you know the announcer's voice in Heartstopper was Stephen Fry? I did not. I did not recognize him. Companion has Jack Quaid in it. Oh, okay. I did not. I've seen a poster for a new movie with him in it, and maybe that's the one. But I haven't really. I don't know what it's about past that though. Don't worry about the misspelling of my name because I'm French, and his name's fusion with a grandma with grandmama together with to create my name, and to use it I get it, so I'm a cool man. Hell yeah. Where are you up to in Heartstopper, unless it's a secret? I saw people comment 1,000,000 times that it's based on a graphic novel, so I assume you saw one of them. I knew that, but forgot that. That was one of the things that I had been told to me a long time ago when people were trying to pitch me the show to watch it. I just forgot about that. I was quickly reminded, like you said. I got a bunch of comments about it after the fact. Quickly reminded that was the case. Which I should have assumed, though, by the comic book style editing. But I definitely, even that didn't trigger or remind me of it for whatever reason. But I've only watched episode 1 still. I'm recording episode 2 tomorrow. I don't have time to watch a bunch of episodes. Unless I cut out time like I did for Cobra Kai, because that is like a have to do thing like I did today. I'm just watching things a week before you guys get them most of the time. Better? Blah. Sophie Thatcher is the main lead and companion. You know her? Not by name. Sophie Thatcher. She was in Book of Boba Fett. So far, that's the only thing I've noticed from her filmography that I would have seen. And oh, okay. She was the female mod head, or whatever you call them. I don't remember her character's name whatsoever, or any of those characters' names for that reason. But that's the only thing I would know her from. Flash was good until it wasn't in season 7. I still love the Flash. I still love those characters and the actors and all of it. Even when the storylines were ass, I still miss it. I do. The new Spider-Man show does sort of follow the CW tropes of having a main character have more than one guy in the chair, but that's about it. Let's see. Oh, nice. Currently working my way through the MCU in chronological order again. Watching Luke Cage Season 1 right now, and man, those Netflix shows are underrated. Some of them are underrated. I feel like Daredevil and some particular seasons here and there are very much so highly rated. Daredevil specifically, for sure. But yeah, Luke Cage doesn't get as much attention as it needs to. It should. It's really freaking good. They're all great. I mean, there's some seasons of some of the shows I don't like. And some are definitely better than other in my mind, but yeah. Luke Cage is pretty consistently solid through and through. It never had a dip. I feel like season 1 and season 2 were just as strong as one another, and like I could go back and forth on whichever one I like more than the other. While some of the other shows, I feel like there may have been some fluctuation, and for like with Jessica Jones and The Punisher, you know, there was, you know, the first season was amazing, then just kind of declines after that. I didn't have that problem there. Mark's brother is my favorite character in season 3 so far. He's definitely an interesting character and one to keep your eye on 100%. I'm curious where they're going to go with all that. You know, Mark teamed up with Titan and Omni-Man, and he's given Cecil sass. Yeah, and I'm glad that they call him out on it. Like, because they at least do call him out for being hypocritical, but he's just not hearing it. ESN is really back. What's up, Shrimp? How are you? One other complaint I saw is Pedro Pascal is too old for Reed, which I don't agree with. He looks great as Reed. The only complaint I saw about Pedro Pascal's casting was just that he once again has to maintain his iconic Pedro Pascal facial hair. That was the only critique I saw of that. Do I do a Black History Month movie or no? Fastest last week, my bad, my memory is scrapped. No, I don't recall you asking it last week, but I mean, I don't typically. I just kind of, I mean, I have my community pick, and whatever they vote on, I'll watch this month, which that poll's already ran, and I've announced what that was, and we're watching The Substance this month, which definitely doesn't qualify or technically fall into place, but no, I mean, I don't have any lined up. I mean, I usually don't. I mean, if I can, I try to theme things if there is like something like that going on for like a particular month, like a Christmas movie for Christmas, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't always line up like that because I let the poll decide, or if there is a movie I feel like I need to go out of my way to react to, I'll do something like that. But like right now, I'm kind of locked into one movie a month at the moment because of my budget, considering the turn of the year and taxes and whatnot. So right now, the only movie I'll be doing this month, at least right now that I'm currently planning is The Substance. I'm trying to figure out if I can squeeze in another one. Again, it doesn't really fall into this, but it is tied into something else that I got coming around the corner. But I still haven't figured out the kinks in that bit yet. Because right now, things are kind of tight budgetarily. To be frank, The Thing isn't supposed to look sexy, guys. I mean, his name is The Thing. I don't know if anybody said anything about him looking sexy. I like how he kind of looks weird, fits the character. What would you rate the big summer movies, just based on your interest for it? I'm most interested in Superman. And then I would say Fantastic Four, and then I would say Jurassic Park. Just because I've been burned way too many times for Jurassic Park. Ever watched his Dark Materials? No, not even once. Not even a trailer, for that matter. Kit Connor's first voice acting role was a character named Pan in the show. Interesting, cool to know. My friend compared The Thing to a puppet, saying it looks ripped off of the Muppets, and that's a bad thing? I feel like that's a good thing. You think they are scared to show Reed stretching because of the stuff always looks weird in live action, like Elongated Man in The Flash? I mean, that's why I think they probably held off of it in the teaser. But the One Piece is the first time in live action I thought the effect actually looked pretty good. So who knows? We'll have to wait and see. What about Karen? I mean, she's okay. I mean, I like her character, but she's definitely not top 5 for me. I got so mad when Ben got choked to death. Spoilers. But yeah, me too. It sucked. Jurassic Man 4. Oh, you're combining all the titles together. That would be a very interesting movie. Companion is just a ripoff of the Netflix movie Subservience with Megan Fox. Never heard of that. Don't know what that's about. Yeah, poor Ben. He deserves so much better. That he did. That mid-season 3-month break in Invincible season 2 was stupid. Oh, the mid-season 3-month break. I read that with the wrong inflections there. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I didn't dislike season 2. I feel like Angstrom was kind of poorly paced out, I guess. Like, I don't know if that was how the comic is, but I feel like we could have seen more of him throughout the season as a plot point. And the gap definitely didn't help. No, the gap definitely didn't help. Definite. I've watched Subservience. I liked it personally. No idea what it is. Know what it was about. Never heard of it. This is the first I'm hearing about. When could we see X-23 come back? Secret Wars? Doomsday? Who knows? After? When all the worlds become one? I don't know, man. Anything's possible at this point. Hell, we could just dimension hop at any point, I guess, and see her. Who knows? What's up, Luke? How are you? Feeling F4 and Superman is going to go toe-to-toe. The summer is going to be super-tastic. I hope so. I want both to do well. I really do. Is it weird that I'm kind of met on Mark and Eve? Like, I could see it coming since the beginning, but I don't feel anything from the relationship. I mean, that's fair for you. I can't echo your sentiment. I feel it. I've always felt it between the two. It's just finally happened. It's just one of those things. Do you have a favorite whiskey flavor or preference? I like honey. I like it to be a little sweet. I've tried a bunch of different kinds, but that's kind of my go-to. Specifically, American turkey, American honey, American tooth, whatever it's called. Forget off the top of my head at the moment. That's the one I think that strikes the best balance on the two, but that's me. Straight whiskey though, I'm not a huge fan. I need a little something in there to offset it. I've been playing Lies of P. I'm usually not into Dark Souls likes, but really love the anime feel to it and the music. I've heard really good things about Lies of P. And if we're talking like Souls likes, I mean, I've played a metric fuck ton of Elden Ring. I played the first Dark Souls. I played Sekiro. That's it. That's the extent of that. And to be fair, Jedi Survivor is technically a Souls-like. I wouldn't say I favor that kind of gameplay, but I was tempted to give Lies of P a chance because of the aesthetic, the vibe, the quickness of it. It's got a uniqueness to it that I found pretty interesting, but gaming and me right now, we don't have time for each other at the moment, which sucks. That said, what Fantastic Four comics have I read? Big old fat none. I've read no Marvel comics. I'll throw that out there easily. And that's not true. I think I've read a random ass Spider-Man comic once because it was just something my mom bought me at a point. But I've never read a single page of a Spider-Man comic. That's not true. That's not true. I remember this. Actually, sorry. A friend of mine let me borrow just a random issue, the Spider-Man issue of Civil War. And I read that. I think that was just about it. I don't even know why I read that, but I do remember reading that. Mark getting kind of scary, though. He has black eyes now. He looks like that one evil Mark we saw last season that was all yellow. I mean, not wrong. Definitely leaning into the darker edge for sure. Again, not fan of the look. Maybe I just gotta let it, grow on me up until this point. I really thought we'd see a tease of Doctor Doom in the trailer. Maybe the next one. This movie needs to tease the next Avengers villain for Doomsday and Secret Wars. I mean, the movie might, but I don't know if we should expect the trailer to. Good evening, Governor. I kind of said that more like Southern for some reason. Whoops. I'll be lurking. Well, happy lurking, Rebecca. Hope you're having a good weekend. The thing is, the tragedy of the Fantastic Four, because unlike the others, he stopped looking like that. So true, so true. I stopped Jurassic Park at 3. After that, I was like, yeah, Jurassic World is, I think, okay. After that, it just kept... Fallen Kingdom I didn't really enjoy. I appreciate the attempt at doing something different. There's some things I like about it, but the overall execution was just awful. And Dominion is infuriating. Couldn't be saved by bringing back all of the familiar faces from the past. Did nothing for me, as far as my enjoyment for that movie going. Jurassic World is an okay reboot. I liked it. It was fine. It did its job. It was fun, nostalgic, new. I liked seeing a park in action. That was kind of cool. 3, Jurassic Park 3, definitely the weakest of the original trilogy. And I like the first 2. I think the first one's my favorite movie of all time. And the second movie, despite the unpopular opinion, I think it's really good. And I think it's a good sequel. I like the first 2. After that, it does consistently seem to just go downhill. Though I would put Jurassic World over Jurassic Park 3. Though Jurassic Park 3 did give us Alan. And I will use that clip any chance I get. Not any chance I get. I've literally had some opportunities to use that clip, and I did be like, this doesn't flow that well, and take it out. So, to be fair, I'm lying about that then. Prove me you aren't a decoy. Can't do that. I want to see Ahsoka and Luke team up in a fight against Abeloth and Thrawn. I don't know why those two would be together, Thrawn and Abeloth, but I would definitely love to see Abeloth, and I do think we may, who knows, see that. Between a Rock and a Hard Place, Ben Grimm, 2025. Muppets good. If you're looking to save money, I would recommend Regal Pass. If I have Regal Theater, it's $20 for unlimited movie. I do have Regal Pass. I don't have time to go to the movies half the time anymore. Sonic 3 was the last movie I went to the theater for. I have it. I'm not taking advantage of it, just time-wise. It did for a long time. It has been saving me money. Right now, I mean, there's some months where I don't go at all, and I'm still paying for it. So sometimes I'm not taking advantage of it just because time, man, time. Forgot you were streaming. You know I'm here. Welcome, Ed. Mark's temper, man, is getting wild this season. The way the Guardians looked at him while he was killing those bots. Yet still, half of them still took his side and walked out with him. Yeah, it was shocking in the moment, but given the situation, I think they also understood. Oh, Bo-Katan is in Mando and Grogu. I don't think she's announced, but I would love to see her. That's probably why Ms. Marvel in live action had her stretching abilities taken away. I think that's part of it. There's a couple of different reasons they've given, but I think that's part of it. She-Hulk and Captain Marvel should be in Doomsday. I do hope we see She-Hulk again sometime. I'm one of the few people that really enjoyed that show, apparently. Loved it. It's one of my favorite Disney Plus shows that they put out, as far as the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes. Like the giant D20, likewise. I always need to fiddle with something. Usually in my reactions, you'll see me with this D12. It's silicone, so it's got a little squish. But yeah, now I don't know why I just ended up picking up this big old chonker. What did you think of the merch of Hell of a Boss? None of the new drops, none of the Valentine's drops caught my eye. I mean, it's all fine, but there's nothing that I feel like I need. You know, I got the new trading card that dropped, and that was it. I mean, I can forgive Miss Marvel having her powers changed, but Mr. Fantastic needs to be the stretchy man. Very true, very true, very true. Sorry, I misspelled the last phrase. Is I'm cool and not I'm cool man in the text. I don't know why I add man. I'm gamer girl who is good in old school game 90s and 2000s. Thank you. Share the video today. Please share the video. Share and like. Well, hell yeah. I mean, I call everybody man, guy, dude. I interchange it for everybody. So it's probably the same thing. I'm cool, man. It's all, man. It's all good, man. You know, that kind of thing. That's how I be. Megan Fox plays a sexy robot in Subservience. Oh, are we talking about that kind of Subservience? Anyway. I have to check out this movie. I missed your stream because I was a pussy with homework. I have all A. Well, then get to work. Homework's more important than me, man. Focus on that. Flash Season 9 sucks, except for Oliver episode. Incorrect. The Oliver episode and the Full Circle episode. Those 2 episodes in Season 9 are 10 out of 10. Like when we bring it all the way back to and Barry completes the loop where he's there saving young him. Both those episodes were really good. But my favorite episode of the season definitely was the Oliver one. Is it me or Mark looks like Nightwing and Oliver looks like one of the Robins? Yes! I held back making a Robin comment throughout most of the reaction. I don't know why I did, but it kept creeping into my brain because I think a lot of it is because of Oliver's mask. He looks like a little Tim Drake to me. But yeah, no, I 100% agree with you, Jazzy. Fantastic Four taking place in another universe is smart. Could this film make us care for this universe in 2.5 hours and then have Galactus destroyed at the end? Sure. I mean, movies have done more with less. So I think that's plenty of time to get us to care and get invested, assuming it's well done. You know, it's still got to be well done in order to achieve that, but yeah. I've just been waiting for Invincible, and now we have it. Hell yeah. Yes, we do. Finally. Have I ever been to Puerto Rico? I have not. I would love to go someday. Let's see. I think the next trailer will show Silver Surfer and Galactus's face. I imagine we'll see Silver Surfer in the next trailer. It's definitely likely. I've seen a lot of people speculate that Silver Surfer may have been digitally removed from the trailer that we got, considering who was Johnny Storm chasing, and it could have been a Silver Surfer, but who knows? I've heard that thrown around a little bit. I don't know if you heard this, but John Turturro said the reason why he didn't come back as Carmine Falcone was because he thought there was too much violence against women in The Penguin. No, I've seen that comment. I saw that in an interview. Yeah, I mean, I saw that, and I thought it was interesting. It's one thing to kind of sign on for a project and do it maybe once, but when it becomes like something you have to do repeatedly, like, because he did it, and obviously his character was very violent towards women in the movie he was in. But I understand, like, you do a thing, and then you're like, okay, I didn't like how that felt, and then not doing it again, which I think is probably what happened. That's fine. Just got a piano. I'm playing a bunch of songs. No, wow. Nice. I miss playing piano. Oh, DS3? I'm assuming Dark Souls 3. No, I've not played Dark Souls 3. I tried to play it in order. I played Dark Souls, the remaster. Played that to fruition. I tried to do it in order, and I started Dark Souls 2. I started Dark Souls 2, and then I did not enjoy it. I just couldn't get into it as easly, and I never continued. Because I kind of worked backwards. The first FromSoft game I played in their Souls-like era was Sekiro. I started with Sekiro, then I played Dark Souls Remaster, and then Elden Ring came out, and I played that. So I tried to play Dark Souls 2, and then I just stopped because I was like, I didn't play them in order, which is irrelevant, I know, but that's just how my brain was. I do need to go and give Dark Souls 3 a chance because I know a lot of people really, really love Dark Souls 3. Subservience is about a sexy robot maid going Fatal Attraction / Terminator. Sounds like a fun time. Does Doom need the suit to survive like Vader? No, he does not. I believe they will use different universes to make us have a favorite one, kind of like Civil War. That's possible. What's up, Night Hoop? How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Let's see. The dumbest complaint, get ready, Omni, was that Galactus looked too small in the trailer. If they had read the comics, they would know Galactus can change his size to fit within any planet. Hell, I haven't read the comics and I know that Galactus can change his size. That's silly. I think some people just want to complain to complain. Last time we had Galactus, he was a fucking cloud. I'd be happy just to see the fact that we got the back of that head that looked right. I'm going to be are you going to watch the Puppy Bowl? I've heard new footage of Crypto will be shown. No, probably not. Probably not. Probs not. You know what's unfair? The Lava Man and the Pink Stomach, whatever the fuck that is, got done dirty. I like that. That was a really interesting artistic story there. That little quick, concise little story about those two, especially considering like the last time we interacted with them and all that, and getting to see all of that was really, really fascinating. I don't know. That was one of my favorite moments of this as well, was that whole thing. Jurassic World movie is crazy. It is. When you react to new Spider-Man series, I swear to God. I think Fantastic Four will have a post-credit scene of Doctor Doom sitting in a chair and saying, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And then Thanos pops up and says, "Hey, that's my line." Probably not, but it's Megan Fox, so. Howdy doody. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day month. Also, hope all is well with everybody, and I'll send all that right back at ya. Right back at ya. The song I've been playing on the piano are Heart and Soul, The Entertainer, Balls of Fire, and more. That's more than I can play at this point. Post came out now that Anthony Mackie thinks he has about 10 years left as Captain America. I mean, to be fair, with the rate of these things, how things have slowed down, and how old some of these actors are, man, yeah, they can't play these characters forever, you know? Honestly, I think that fingerless gloves ruins the suit. The comic version looks much better. Fingerless. Hold on. Okay. I didn't even notice that he had fingerless gloves in it. I wasn't paying attention to his fists. It doesn't, I'm looking at the comic book version of it, and I mean, it doesn't really change much for me. Because I didn't notice to begin with. I didn't even notice the fingers. But yeah, I have the same feeling even about the comic book version, which is, it's basically the same, other than, like, that. But again, I probably just have to get used to it. What does an accordion say when he is confused? I'm not going to read it. Yeah. Time to cancel Regal Plus thing then. I'm going to keep it just because why not? I might make the decision to go on a whim sometime, and then I can just walk into the theater. I rewatched the trailer, and the third time I heard the music shout, "Fantastic Four!" I know you caught that the first time. Oh yeah, because, I mean, they were screaming Fantastic Four at me. I'm surprised you didn't hear it. Marvel Rivals. What were your thoughts about how they handled Reed in Doctor Strange 2? It was fine. Perfectly fine. I didn't dislike the casting, but, I mean, he did get spaghettified pretty quickly. As far as the little bit of it, I mean, to be fair, he was an idiot. He literally told her how to defeat Black Bolt. Okay, so never mind. He was stupid. All of the Illuminati turned out to be dumb as shit, except for Xavier in the end. I like She-Hulk. It was fun. I've heard some opinions that make me think, can you just relax the brain and have fun? Yeah. Yep. I agree. Could we see the Watcher in Fantastic Four after he mentions saving Reed in What If? I think it's very likely we're going to see the Watcher in at least one of these upcoming movies. Do I hope Wanda returns as a good or bad guy in Doomsday? I hope she comes back, but I think she's had her weird little noodle of an arc. So I would hope she comes back as a force for good in the end. Unless it's an alternate version of her. We've done the bad Wanda thing in the last thing, so I'd like to see a good Wanda after that. I hope She-Hulk does come back, but I wonder when we're going to get some information about Bruce's son that came out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm curious about that too. That was something that was just kind of like many things in these last two phases that has just kind of been like, here we go, and then nothing. Hope James Gunn uses Plastic Man. I'm sure he will eventually. If you had the chance to voice Herbie the Robot in Fantastic Four sequel. What's the question here? Omni, if you had the chance, would I? Sure, why not? Have you heard they are doing Narnia movies again? Doing it in chronological order, looks like, with Greta Gerwig directing, and they are quote-unquote modernizing them. They are going to be very different in some way, shape, or form. Yes, I have heard about it. That terminology makes me a little concerned. Doing them chronological order also is a little... That'll be interesting if they do them in order. You know, like, it'll be a very, very, very wicked story to see, though, if they did end up doing the whole story in chronological order instead of release order. Because it's a wild roller coaster. Nightwing and Robin, two brothers. When I hear Oliver in this, I keep thinking of Arrow. Understandable. I can see Abeloth being the reason why Thrawn wanted to get out of the galaxy so fast. I think he just wanted to get back to what he was doing. But I mean, obviously this planet holds deeper secrets. It's the origin of the Night Sisters. So it's very matriarchal. It would make sense, especially considering we saw those statues and these glyphs of the father, son, and the daughter. If the mother is sealed away here, and maybe the mother is the origin, or like if you go even further back from the Night Sisters, spawned from Abeloth. That would be awesome. I could see Fantastic Four 2 being a fish out of water story set in the MCU main universe post Secret Wars. Whether the same actors stay on remains to be seen. I'd be very curious to see how they handle the retconning thing. I think there's going to be a reboot of the timeline, so I don't know if it's going to be fish out of water post Secret Wars, but we'll have to wait and see how they handle it. Haven't seen Danny Mona's music video yet. I have, and that was wildly entertaining. Lots of creativity in the rhyming schemes there. I did thoroughly enjoy it. I'm gonna make a slideshow for why you would want to go to Puerto Rico once. Okay, interesting. I started playing Ghost of Tsushima for the second time and plan to platinum it finally. I have already done so because I love that game. That game was so good. I can't wait for the new one. I cannot wait for the next Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yote. Human Torch Chasing Silver Surfer remaster in first steps would be awesome. If the biggest complaint is the size of Galactus, imagine when Disney puts a mustache on him. Next trailer. Galactus looks badass. The back of his helmet looks cosmic. I only like Super Bowl because it has lots of new movie trailers during that time. That's the only thing I care about as well. Have I heard of Smallville? Obviously, for sure. If not, great show right up your alley. A wonderful way to introduce the characters we know and love and pave the way for shows and movies to start off introducing Clark's life and everything. No, I've watched a lot of Smallville. I have not watched all of Smallville. I know for a fact I've seen all of season 1 and all of season 10. And I've seen spotted amounts of every season in between. I know the gist of everything that happens in the show. One of my buddies was obsessive over the show. It's just one of those things, like growing up when I was a kid, man, it was just hard to catch the show. Like when it was on. So anytime it was on, I would just watch whatever random episode was on until the final season, which we all, it was around the time where I was able to make time for it. So I watched all of season 10, and on rewatches many a time, I did try to make a goal of watching all of it but I only ever really made it into season 2 and never really fully committed to everything. But I've seen, I'd say, most of Smallville. My favorite live-action Lex Luthor, Michael Rosenbaum, hands down. Nobody has come close yet. Do I have my Captain America tickets? No, I don't pre-order movie tickets anymore. I mean, where I live, the only movies you'd really have to do that for were like huge movies. I haven't seen my theater sold out in 5 years or anything of the sort. Like the closest thing, honestly, no, that's not true. The early screenings for Wicked were actually sold out. Not even sold out. There was like some shitty seats. The only seats that were available were right at the bottom, and I wasn't going to do that. It was the first movie in a long time where I looked on the app and they were running out of seats before I could go. I couldn't go that day, so it didn't matter. When I did go, it was like me and like 5 other people, so that didn't really matter. The only times I've had to pre-order tickets was in-game, and the last time before that was Revenge of the Sith. No. Force Awakens. The other songs I play are Elise, Sonata, Third Movement. Nice. Impressive. Be all gangsta until Galactus pulls up. True. Yeah, all I've ever heard of Dark Souls 2 is people arguing about whether it's the best thing ever or other tripe, so I've avoided it. I've heard almost unanimously that it's just not that great. I've not really heard a lot of people, personally, I've never really heard a lot of people defend 2. I've heard a lot of people say just skip 2. But yeah, it was just so clunky. And it didn't help that I just came off the remaster and then went to that dog shit ass looking game that played like ass. So I didn't. But I heard really good things about 3. Thoughts on the rumor that DCU Batman is going to cameo in Clayface, and that's why Batman Part 2 was delayed to 2027, so the 2 different live-action Batman wouldn't appear during the same year. That's the very first I'm hearing of it. You're the first person to bring that to my attention. Richard Harmon, who played Captain Boomerang in season 9 of The Flash, is in the new Final Destination movie. Cool. I won't be watching that film. But cool. I wouldn't have known who you were talking about until you went further and explained that. Although the Daredevil actor thinks he can play him until he's 60, his 60s, 20 years from now, as long as he keeps healthy, I guess he could if he wanted to. Well, of course he could. I mean, we have Daniel LaRusso still kicking ass today, and he's in his 60s. So why not? Your relationship with Regal Plus is like every gym membership I've ever had. I haven't gone to the gym in a year and a half, almost 2 years now. I'm still paying for it every month. Because, okay, I got a good reason. I will go eventually. If the power goes out and I need a place to shower, or the water goes off and I need a place to shower, or if the internet goes out and I need a place to go to the internet. It's 24/7. They got internet, they got a shower, and power. So it's a handy. It's a good contingency. For the X-Men movies in the future, do you prefer it if they start off with a small group first and then add new members as they go, with Iceman, Jean, Storm, Scott? I would prefer it small and grow from there, personally. What's up, Ronan? How are you doing, man? What mouth? Yeah, that was good job, Reed. She wouldn't even need to know to do that if you didn't say shit. You could have, literally, he could have not said anything. Black Bolt did his thing, popped her head, done. They're fine. But he opened his mouth, he lost his, and what happened. If you tell Wanda what she needs to do, Wanda can just do it. Invincible Season 3 slapped hard. It did. It was just like, hey guys, how you doing? We're back. Bah, 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 bah. You just got fucking mollywopped and you didn't know what to do. I miss Quicksilver. I miss Evan Peters' Quicksilver. Just so we're specific. Can't unsee Sonic on his pissed off Invincible arc with Shadow, and at least they didn't run over any subway trains. No, I loved that, man. I loved in Sonic X when he got real pissed off and he went like, he had this like black aura and he turned black and he was just like, his aura was all like purple and shit. That was cool. That's one of my favorite Sonic forms. But yeah, no, I loved all that. I loved all of Sonic 3, man. Watched it multiple times since then. Let's say that again. I don't know which part that was talking about. What did you think of Dex in Daredevil Season 3? He was fascinating. His, like, social awkwardness, his navigation in these social situations, his infatuation with that one woman, terrifying shit. But it's so fucking fascinating to watch. He's so good, man. He's coming back. Coming back. Met him. It's cool. Vanessa Kirby in the trailer. At the beginning, she's walking slowly as if she's pregnant. Do they introduce their kid? That'll be wild. I mean, he's one of the most powerful MCU characters, period. One second. I got so mad that Reed hyped up my man Black Bolt only for Black Bolt to accidentally clap himself. Right? Heading out, Omni. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for the chat. Anytime, Nikki. Enjoy the rest of yours, and thanks for stopping in. Care for some blue spaghetti, Sean? What's up, Stephens? This week has been amazing with trailers and TV shows, plus my birthday, Wednesday. Whoa, happy belated birthday, Stephens. Hope you had a good time. Hope you've been enjoying your week. Yes, we've been getting lots of little treats. A lot of things that I would have expected, like especially with the Jurassic Park trailer and the Fantastic Four trailer, that things that I would have expected on Super Bowl day. We got early, which was cool. So it makes me just wonder what is going to come out then. Instead, in their place, probably a bunch of little mini spots that I'm probably not going to cover. Probably, we'll see. Prefer yellow spaghetti with a sauce on it, so it's orange. Have all 10 seasons Smallville. Hell yeah. Cover really took a toll on the cinema and society in general. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Next Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode will be fucking great cinema. Hope you are ready. Yeah. No, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched any of the lineup for the coming week yet, so I'm excited. I'm curious where it's gonna go, man. This whole Ada thing is insane to me. Could you see Tom Holland playing Spider-Man for another 10 or 15 years? Fuck yeah. I would like for us to finally get an adult Spider-Man again. I'm kind of over the whole kid Spider-Man thing at this point. I just want to watch Tom become an adult and deal with all that bullshit that comes with that. Just give me an old Spider-Man. Let him pass on the torch maybe to Miles. Coexist something. I'm kind of done. I'm kind of okay and had my fill of teenage super Spider-Man. Super Spider-Man. Galactus nuts. There's a new Final Destination. There is a new one coming out. Trailer came out earlier this week for it. I still have not watched any of them after the first. Other than the first 10 minutes of Final Destination 2, which is the reason why I've not watched any of them, let alone finished that movie. Old X-Men cast return in all their comic book accurate suits for Doomsday and Secret Wars would be perfect send-off. I'd love that. That'd be really cool. I hope you do. I'll do you one better. We all gangsted until Stolas shields Blitz and his yacht is planting his face on purpose. That'll also do it too. We've had 9 years of Tom. I don't think he'll be going for 20 to 25 years. He probably won't in the end, just because I think he doesn't really care about the whole industry. I think he's going to do what he needs to do, set aside his little side businesses, and like he said before, once he becomes a dad, he's dropping off the face of the planet. I don't know if he's long for the industry, because he said on many a podcast and many an interview, he hates the culture around just Hollywood and all of that. He's not a fan. So, but he has said he'd love to play Spider-Man as long as he can, but that's also contingent on a lot of other things as well. But I'd love to see him keep doing it. Just grow him up. Nope, no Final Destination till you're 90. Avengers Doomsday should start filming in 2 months. Damn, I didn't realize that. So let's see how much Omni can save a month. $20 for Regal plus Gym. So if I cancel both of those, which I, at this point, rarely use, I think that's like $80 a month that I'm paying for. Why not? The Regal thing I can at least write off at the end of the year because I use it technically for work. So there is that. The gym thing, again, we do lose power quite a bit. We also sometimes lose water. So it's like insurance in a way. Like it's just like a fallback if something happens. I think it's like 40 twice a month is what it is. Or maybe I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I know 40 is in there somewhere. So that's why I said like 80. I think my gym membership is like 40. I know when it takes out it's 40. I don't know how many times it takes out a month. I think it takes it out twice, so it's like 80 a month or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. I wonder if the post-credit scene for Fantastic Four First Steps is going to be introduced to Doctor Doom before the Avengers Doomsday. It's quite possible. That's something that was mentioned actually earlier, actually. Plot armor! Oh, there's some very vocal defenders of Dark Souls 2. If you stay online, you're not going to play it. I said it in one comment and got a variety of dumb girl don't know game get good replies. Welcome to the internet. Yep. That shit happens even if you are a girl on the internet and even visibly good at the internet. Yeah, people are dumb, man. People are dumb. Also, Lone Gruffud. What? Lone Gruffud. Is that a person? Is this a name? What's happening here? Jessica Alba from F4 Group should return in Secret Wars. Okay, hold on. Is this a person? Is this actually a thing or is this a typo? That's a person. That's his name. I've never known this guy's name. The guy, Reed from the other stuff. Okay, I'd like that. I'd like that. I like them. They were fine. I've never known that guy's name. I've never heard that name in my life at this point. And I'm probably butchering the hell out of it. I'm here because PSN is down and has been for almost 24 hours. It's supposedly back up, according to a bunch of people earlier, like your Destiny 2 emblem. Also, just love your content. Well, thank you. Thank you, Wings, please. I see you're rocking a little Titan there, it looks like. I miss when I cared about... I still listen to My Name is Bife to get my my juice on the lore, but I haven't played since... what was the last thing I played? Witch Queen. Anyway. I don't know how to say it. It's capital I. Whoopsie. Ian? Is it Ian? What's his name? Is it Ian? 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 Oh! What is it? How do I say it? Glad I'm not the only one about Michael being Lex. I think Nicholas might do well, but most others... like most other projects, I will remain a fan of Michael's Lex. I'm right there with you, man. Until somebody exceeds it, which hasn't happened yet, he's still my favorite. Personally, really curious why DC Studios reserved May 29, 2026 for a film. Are they considering moving up Supergirl? Because there aren't any other movies in development that we know of. That's a good point. Didn't even think about that. It's quite possible. Who knows? Just keep an eye on it. Keep me up to date if you find out anything. Would it be a risk if the MCU X-Men start things off by doing big story arcs like the Phoenix Dark? Please don't do that. I do think that jumping into something straight like that would just be a little... It's just too much right now. It's just too much right now. I would say no. I think that would be a risk. It's also the worst one. To just tackle right out of jump as your starting thing. It's also cursed at this point. I'll take your impression of in my Omni Media out of context video. Which impression was that? I don't even remember at this point. Favorite horror movies. Favorite horror movie of all time is the original Halloween. I'm a Child's Play guy. I love all the Halloween movies, even the terrible ones, except for the new ones. Dude, fucking Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends are dog shit. I don't ever want to watch those two movies ever again in my life. Same with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Never want to watch it again. Never again in my life. I like your classic slasher stuff. I like your supernatural stuff. Midsummer is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Yeah, there's some, and the Conjuring movies are really good too. Just finished washing my car. Nice. I need to do that. Franklin. Yes, indeed. Did you just vomit? I did not. I literally just bought a PS Portal. It's basically bricked until PSN comes back. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Wanda got the idea from The Matrix. Yeah, totally. That's totally where she got it. She had a Matrix tape thrown in with all of her little sitcoms in her little video case back when she was a child. I don't really watch trailers. I saw Superman and Fantastic Four. That's it. Those are the only trailers I've watched this week as well, except for the Jurassic World one. I did watch that out of curiosity. Dex is scary. No child should have the skill to throw a baseball, bounce off a fence, and kill a man. I mean, he's just talented. He's insane with projectiles. But on top of that, he's got some issues. Cobra Kai hype is real. You have no idea, man. You have no idea, and you're not ready. You're not ready. No one's ready. I'm not ready. I almost blacked out. Had things escalated any further, I was extremely lightheaded in these final 5 episodes. So I'm excited to eventually be able to actually talk about it. Any chance you watch Steven Universe and some Sonic content, please? Sonic content? Doubt it. Steven Universe is on the list of things I will eventually cover in my animation slot. Right now it's Owl House. After will be Gravity Falls. And then after that will either be Steven Universe or Amphibious. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. 30-second Super Bowl spots cost a lot less than a 2-minute one. So true. Because those are million dollar slots. Millions of dollar slots that they fucking sell in those things. I think a lot of studios are ditching the Super Bowl this year as far as debuting trailers. We may see 30-second spots, but it's just so expensive now, and it's $8 million for a 30-second. See, exactly, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Sean's right on this, too. Next month, we've got Karate Kid Legends, which is wild. I can't wait to talk about this shit, man. Adult Peter Parker from Spider-Verse movie. That'd be cool. I do, in fact, also love that version. We need Papa Spider-Man with Mayday Parker. Interesting. I don't know if I'd say that adult. Captain Marvel dying in Doctor Strange 2 by getting crushed was dumb as can be. Yeah. That was one of the dumber deaths. But hey, Peggy getting, I mean, it was just mean-spirited as all hell, but Peggy being, like, bisected was brutal. Tom Holland said all of this, and I want to look him up now. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. 80. And then everybody talking about my payments. Zoink Scoop! If we get a soft reboot of Spider-Man after Secret Wars for the MCU, wouldn't it be a good twist to have Ben Reilly to be the new Spider-Man, just to try something new that no one expects? I wouldn't mind that. That would definitely be a twist. I do like Scarlet Spider, but I don't know how that would blow over for the long haul for everybody, especially for general audiences and stuff like that. Yeah, Dex is really fascinating and frustrating character so far. I love that kind of shit, man. Like, the psychology of it all. Like, his type of character, his type of persona. Like, the way that he navigates the world and sees things, and the things that he takes as slice and things he doesn't. Like, it's so scary. Because, you know, people like that are out there. You know, it's just like, I don't know. It's fascinating. And he plays it so well. Any realistic chance we'll ever see any more animation from Riot with all the rumors going around of their losses recently? Oh yeah, no, 100%. We already know there are 3 shows coming. There are 3 new shows on the way. Riot's always going to have one. They're going to have money, and we got plenty of stuff on the way. like, even if everything else was maybe had to take a hit or a loss, we at least know for a fact one show is around the corner. The Noxus show, I assume, considering right now the game is centered around the storyline that we saw at the end of Arcane, following Mel and the Black Rose and all of that. And there's some fascinating stuff going on over there that I hope they do eventually bring into the show. I've been diving more and more and more into Riot lore and stuff like that, but dude, it's Riot. We're gonna get a show, another one, and we'll follow up. If even though there's 3 in production, I know we'll at least get a follow up. Arcane's too big for them to let that die. They might make some cuts. They might take some longer time, but I would expect it to come out. Do you think Born Again will keep the same level of quality? I hope so. I don't expect it to, but I just hope it will. Like, the hype is still there because I love the characters, I love the action, I love the tone, I love the vibe, the maturity of it all. I love everything we're seeing so far. There are some shots that I'm just like, this doesn't look as good as it would have in the Netflix series, but even if it's just like 90% as good, it'll be better than a lot of what we've gotten. Even 50% is good, I'd say. It's a capital I. I did not. Yeah, I fucked that up. I don't know why I read it as loan. The fact that we're getting Avengers back on screen next year is crazy to me. I'm really interested to see what they do with it. Closest we got to an adult Spider-Man was 20-something Spider-Man in PS4/5 games. True. Very true. We Celts do be weird. Yeah, dude. I've seen, like, Gaelic, and I'm just like, how did what I just read translate into what came out your mouth? Will found down a well at pronunciation. You've yeed your last haw, partner. You can see at least one more trilogy of Tom and then pass on the mantle to Miles at the end of the trilogy. Very possible. I think Michael Fassbender would be an amazing Reverse Flash. My fan cast has always been Anthony Starr. Typecasting. But he definitely looks like a good Eobard. Michael Fassbender would be also pretty good too. I don't know how you say either, but I know I don't think it's pronounced like a goose noise, sadly. Hold on. Hold on, I'm not gonna do that in this, but otherwise I'll get an ad. How to pronounce Eon. Yoan.
Oh, Yoan. Oh, Yoan Griffith. Yo.
That is Yoan Griffith. At least most of the first name is correct, or at least I could approximate that a little bit, knowing the I is ya, and then the rest of it is how you would read it. But and then Griff, what the hell? How are 2 D's? God damn it. Some bitch. My Celtic lineage is rolling in their grave right now. Different pronunciation for Welsh names. Halloween Kills. Sad face. Have you heard the news about how Spider-Man might be feeling during Doom War, and how we're going to get it explained during his 5 or 4 movie? I'm just gonna go, no. No, I've not. Is regular show also on your list? Currently, no. It is not. What good is your power if you're unable to speak? True. Did you like the Jackie Chan Karate Kid that was Kung Fu? I thought it was a pretty good movie. It was a pretty good movie, but you're right. Yeah, that was my main thing. I was like, this is just banking on. I mean, it is a almost 1-for-1 remake of Karate Kid, but not with karate at all. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit at the time. I think there's a lot of good things about it. Jackie Chan's performance, namely one of them, it's a decent movie. It's just the thing that I just could never get over was like, this isn't karate. To be fair, most of what's happening in these tournaments in Cobra Kai also is not karate. There's various martial arts styles that are not karate that are being used and displayed, but whatever. A little more permissible there because it's quite clearly none of it's kung fu. The amount of hype and aura the karate universe has is insane, and I love it. Same. By the way, Steven Universe and regular show are 11-minute shows. If you do them eventually, how would you do the episodes? 11? No. I mean, they show in like 20-minute blocks, right? So I'm assuming maybe it's one of those shows that does like 2 minisodes a block. If that's the case, then I would just do it like that. Heard the Wonder Woman game is toast. I've heard it's definitely struggling at the moment, but I didn't hear that it was outright canceled, but that it's just in a rocky stage of development or something. I don't know. Would you want the DCU to lead up to Blackest Night? That would be way down the line, but I would love eventually to tackle that. I think that would be really freaking cool. Captain Marvel dies because Wanda took all the power from her. Just that scene wasn't that clear about it, in my opinion. Yeah. Scene definitely could have been better. Me and Lucy are waiting for the train home from the gig. 8 years since I've been to one, and it was incredible. Hope yours and the chat's night have been good. It's been good so far. I'm glad you guys had a good time. I'm glad you guys are doing well. Have a good, safe train ride home. Considering the auspice of Spider-Verse, how would you feel if they announced a live-action Miles Morales movie? I mean, I think that would be really cool. It would be huge for whoever played it, the character up until that point. That's going to be the hard thing, is like finding the right live-action Miles when they finally do get around to it. But I think we're eventually going to get there. But I still feel like they haven't mined enough with Peter at this point too, though. But again, just because you have Miles doesn't mean you have to get rid of Peter either. But I would like to see a Spider-Man movie where he's just on his own, at least first. See him without any of this other crap going on. Kane Parker will also be amazing to see as a Spider-Man. Yeah, very true. Very true. Good options. Getting my wisdom teeth out. Oh, that'll be fun. Not really. I've already been to the dentist twice in the last 2 weeks. I'm good for a little while. The other option is delaying Superman, but they've kind of dug their feet in the sand with the whole summer of Superman tie-in comics and merch. Some have said that it might be their fast-tracking to Sergeant Rock. I mean, I guess that is possible. It's definitely not Superman. It's definitely not Superman, but yeah, I am curious what it'll end up being. I doubt it'll be the Sergeant Rock thing, but you never know. Oh, Miles Morales long overdue for a live-action debut. I do agree about that. Dex needs to go to the raft. Yeah. The only movies I care about this year are Cap 4, Thunderbolts, Superman, FF4, and Final Destination 6. Right now, I'll say the only one I care about is Superman. I'm interested in the other ones. And I dare say even excited for some of them. But the one that the one I need / want to be good the most is Superman. 1000%. I'm tired of being just in the mud with DC, dude. Have I heard an Amanda Waller show is in the works in the future? That was announced a long time ago. Yeah, we just got a recent, not even real update about it. But no, they announced that a long time ago. It's been in the works for a long time. That was announced when Peacemaker Season 2 was announced. That was announced before... I mean, it was announced when the Chapter 1 of DCU was even announced. Yeah, that's old news. Glad you're doing Heartstopper. Already watched your first episode twice. It's a show that helped so many people, even helped me outside of how the show was even intended. It's a ride. Well, hell yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It was a really, really good first episode. So, especially with all the hype surrounding it and the word of mouth and whatnot, I'm pretty excited to get into it. Really excited. Don't hate me for being a Rexplode fan since season 1, because I'm always a fan of a whole member of every team. I mean, Rex is awesome this season so far. I don't know why I'd hate for you to be a Rexplode fan. What's up, Tizzy? I know this is off topic, but here's Severance. My think. What if Lumen and uses the goats to learn to copy Kier to come back, and Lumen is using Mark wife as a test subject for Kier to come back? I've heard this theory that the whole project they're working on, they're mapping of personalities based on the tempers of Kier and his legacy, and their idea of like molding, crafting, and building out these personalities, as well as the goats thing. Again, I know I'm the one that like associating the goats to like cloning and stuff like that, but then you have this other stuff that is mapping and structuring and molding the personalities. I do think they are trying to build, if not Kier himself, as a way to roundabout resurrect him, or to just manufacture the perfect Kier motivated workers. But I have heard that all of this might be a long con way of them resurrecting their god from the semblance of this other world or whatever, bringing him back to life in some way, shape, or form. I have heard that theory, and that'd be definitely an interesting route to go for sure. Have I heard of Blue Eye Samurai? Of course, I've heard a lot of people sing its praises, and I'm probably gonna watch it a little closer to the second season whenever that comes out to capitalize on that SEO. But I do plan on watching it eventually. I was too busy when it came out the first time around, but I do plan on getting around to it. Fantastic show during feudal Japan. I don't know if I said that right away. Anyway, great animation story, especially for Tsushima fans. Really great in a way to bring samurai-related content. Dude, especially after Shogun, man, that shit hyped me up even more. I just love that kind of stuff, like Rurouni Kenshin, Shogun, Ghost of Tsushima, all that kind of crap. I eat it up. So I didn't have the time when it was out and about, and whenever I am going to watch it, I just can't tell you when. But more than likely, it'll definitely be before season 2, but it'll probably be closer to season 2 whenever it comes out. Homework time. I'm gonna guess like Owen. Dang it, I so close. I thought it was pronounced Ewan, but Yuan. Different pronunciation for Welsh names. In an interview with Tom Holland, he did state he hoped to bring Miles into the MCU and be a mentor like the actor who played him, like Downey was to him. Yeah, I do remember that interview as well. I do remember him saying something along those lines as well. He would like to pass the baton in the way that the baton, in a way, was passed to him. Like, be the Iron Man for whatever, be the mentor, basically. Vince Pomp could bring in Patrick Page, Harvey Gillen, and John Waters in season 2 episodes. I'd be jumping up and down if Brad Dourif comes into the mix for season 3. That would be cool. I mean, Brad did just recently work with John Waters on Chucky, so why not? That'd be cool. That'd be a really cool mix, though. She does definitely like lean in towards stage and Broadway kind of stuff, though he's done stage work, so it's not too far off. But he has said that he's basically retiring unless it's Chucky related. So it depends on how committed he is to all of that. Said it on Blue Sky, and I'll say it here again. I highly recommend Shrinking. I think you'll love it. Also, Silo just got caught up on the show. Heard great things about Silo. Heard amazing things about Shrinking. Shrinking I'm actually kind of curious about, but again, it just comes down to like time and stuff like that. It's not. I don't know how it's going to do on the channel and stuff like that. If it wins a poll, it wins a poll. I'll cover it. But I don't have the time to make a gap for it at this point. I would like to watch it one day, but things be how it be. Currently trying to platinum Witcher 3. Haven't given Witcher 3 a chance yet. One day, man, one day. Power's out in Sissonville again. Gotta start the generator later. Fun. Well, you're not that far away. I mean, who knows? There's probably a system villa everywhere, and I can't assume you're in the same state. Maybe you are. Maybe that's come up before. I don't remember. It's probably come up before. But right now we're okay. But our lines on this street are very finicky sometimes. But so far so good. Had flash flood warning a couple days ago though. Would I want a Daredevil game? Fuck yeah, give me one. Sure, hell yeah. Calling it now, season 3 is going to be Season of Luna, because she deserved it so much. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of Luna, get a lot of Octavia. I know we're going to get some more Sally. I know we're going to get quite a bit of stuff, some characters that haven't got a lot of attention up to this point. I'm literally everything white except for Welsh. 46 Scottish, 30% English, 17 German, and 3% Irish. I don't know my percentages. I just know that my great-great-grandmother was an immigrant from Ireland. And I know that my family name is of Scottish origin. And I know there's some German in there. And my great-great-great-great-aunt was Cherokee. But that's also very common around here because of, you know, all the shit, you know, that happened, history, being what it is. There's some of that thrown in there. Whatever else is just assumption at this point. The episodes are actually 11 minutes, same with Adventure Time, but their blocks aren't. When they aired, their blocks 100% were not, is what I'm saying. So they air them 2 at a time? What did they do? Could you see the Avengers Doomsday trailer releasing this year, Omni? Infinity War trailer released in November 27 before it released in April 2018. I mean, maybe. I don't know, man. Trailers seem to be coming out closer and closer and closer to the release date at this point. No, that's kind of a trend that's been going on, so who knows? We'll see. One thing left to say, it's been a real drag. Thanks for nothing. I did already the message about making the adult Peter from the Spider-Man verse from another universe. Maybe? I don't remember at this point. Somebody did. New teasers are expected tomorrow for Superman Thunderbolts. Well, I'll be at D&D, so I won't be, unless there's like a big trailer or anything like that, I'm probably going to pass on it. Fun fact, one of the pictures in the books of Willow had to read was actually a character from Amphibia. Really? Cool. I did know that those share a world, so that's a cool little detail. See, Disney Plus has a Marvel Rivals section for characters. Really? They added a Marvel Rivals section? That's funny. I'm not surprised. I mean, that's a good marketing right there. I have deliberately resisted mentioning Blue Eye Samurai, but I'm really excited for you to see it. You're not alone. Hairspray John Waters? The very same. He was in this last season of Hell of a Boss. In a wild episode. Many a Broadway person's been in that show at this point. Personally, I would love it if they do a season 3 of Severance, to bring in some of the actors from Office Space or Office US and severed workers from other departments. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of funny as well. But we know season 3 is in the works. It's coming. So who knows what they're going to do next. It just makes me worried about how things are going to end now. Did you also hear that apparently Marvel might have backtracked on stating that Downey Doom wasn't a Tony counterpart? Whatever official word Marvel uses for counterpart. Variant. But, so they're saying he's not now? That he, I don't, whatever. We'll just wait and see. I don't give a shit. If a rumor comes out, it just goes in one ear, out the other. I do not listen to any of that stuff. So much of it is just so whatever. But I don't know. I keep my head out of the conversation a lot of times. Same say, crappy power supply. Yeah, man, dude, it's rough everywhere around here. You know, it's not the potholes. It's keeping the power on. Though I will say, when we had that power crisis, well, which one? where like what 70% of the state was out of power. We thankfully, like, I'm usually in the percentage that's perfectly fine, but it just still does go out every now and then. It's still pretty shitty. Yeah. Hopefully your power comes back on soon. I know Sissonville doesn't get a lot of love in general. If Ted Lasso did well on your channel, I think shrinking would follow suit. How did Ted do overall? I don't even remember. Thing is, it's all Ted did pretty good comparatively to some things, to even stuff that we're covering right now. But yeah, it's very possible. But I don't know. I don't know what a lot of people, like Ted Lasso was kind of huge. I don't know how huge shrinking is, so I don't know how it would do. I don't know if you could compare it to Ted Lasso, to be fair, but I don't know. Thoughts on the BS finale for The Boys, and any theories on upcoming continuations of the cliffhanger? Can I be honest? I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what happened. Remind me what happened. I think they want to use that What If comic issue when Doom trades bodies with Tony. That could be cool. That could be in. Are you serious? Hey, it's not asking, am I going to react to it? They're assuming I'm watching it. I'm not watching it. If it's not on my channel, I'm not watching it. I don't have time to watch stuff I'm not covering. I don't watch stuff for me. I don't have time to watch stuff for me unless it's YouTube. That's just the reality of the situation. If I'm not covering it on the channel, I'm flat out not watching it. Not on my own time, not any other time. Because I don't have that time. It's the drag of having 2 jobs. This and a full-on 9 to 5 every day. 9 to 6, technically. It is 9 to 6 every day. But there is that. Yeah, I'm not watching it. I'm currently not watching it, and currently have no plans on watching it anytime soon yet. One of us. Little Irish in there. They aired 2 episodes in the 30-minute block. Thank you. That's what I thought. I just didn't realize they were 2 episodes. But I guess that's also kind of normal. I know a bunch of other shows did that as well back in the day. Have I heard Harry Goodwin is campaigning for Green Arrow? He's an unknown actor that half of social media has been fan casting as Oliver. I think I saw his picture not too long ago, but I'm not, again, he's, as you mentioned, an unknown actor. Never heard of him up until this point, but I have seen that floating around. What's up, Heavenly Rain? Sorry I'm late. Well, welcome, as always. We're still here. What a week for trailers. Final Destination, Bloodlines, Fantastic Four, FF7 Rebirth. It involves dinosaurs. Scarlett Johansson had a stressful week, lots of tests, casually playing FF16. Well, I hope your weekend's been a little less stressful. Hope the tests are over with. Hope everything went fine, and I hope you're enjoying FF16. I found that to be a fantastic game, and I still need to finish the DLC. Forgot to mention, we vacated the flat on Monday, and both of us had to go back to our parents. Not ideal, but on the plus side, I'm starting a new job Monday. Hey, take the wins, man. Take the wins when you got them. But you did mention that, I think Saturday, about the fact that you guys had to temporarily go your separate ways for right now. But hey, take it. Take the wins when you got them. What's up, Marcus? Do I think Peter Quill had the power to become his own planet like his dad? I mean, probably. Given the time to gestate and, control his powers, probably. Recently just got into Epic the Musical, and I understand the hype because the songs go hard, and I feel like you will definitely love them. Still haven't got around to watching it yet, and still not there yet. I mean, like they could have Steve Carell replace Spoiler next season after what happened in yesterday's episode. I mean, there's no replacing Spoiler. They're definitely not gone. I mean, they still have a role to play in the story. Anyway, they'll be back. Let's see. More hyped for RDJ Doom or Evans Captain Hydra? I mean, we don't know that he's playing Captain Hydra, but I'm just excited for Doom. So I'm just gonna, I'll say Doom. Here in Brazil, when I used to watch CN, there were those 30-minute blocks, and they aired one episode at first, and then they did a commercial break for a minute, and then they aired the other one. It's kind of what they did here as well. Same thing. So I'll probably watch them in that vein. I'll probably do 2 at a time then, I guess, if they're just 11 minutes apiece. Saw your Heartstopper reaction the other day, and Tori does scare me too, especially seasons 1 and 3. Interesting. Sorry for the talk about Severance. No, talk about whatever you want. But what if Kier is Satan? Because Milkshake Story, him, tell inner Kier accident, kill him, twin, 7. What is happening with your sentence structure? I don't know if it's like a language barrier, which it very well could be, but like I have a hard time reading it. I know what you're trying to say, though. I just don't know twin 7 and then 7 level of hell, because those two things don't add up at all to anything that happened in the episode. But Kier being Satan, no, I don't think they're going to be resurrecting the devil. I don't know. Who knows? Well, actually, goats. You never know, but I highly, highly doubt that. Basically, Homelander got what he wanted. Right. Dude, I don't know. I flat out don't know where this is all gonna go, man. I can't even come up with an idea, especially with everything else. So, shitty answer, but I don't have anything interesting or creative to throw into the mix. Pretty sure Ted Lasso was made by the same people as Shrinking, as a bit of crew/cast crossover. Well, that's cool. That's cute. I remember seeing a trailer or a commercial for Shrinking at the theater once. We can't see because of the beanie, but there's a steam coming out of the ears every time that show is mentioned. Yeah, man, Jesus Christ. So, who is going to get Omni a shirt that says, I'm not watching the Spider-Man series? I don't know, man. Maybe I need just to stamp it on my forehead. And it's not even like in a malicious way or anything like that. I just get the question so much. Is like, that's what's frustrating. I'm not like, I feel nothing about the show. No motivation to watch it. Again, word of mouth so far has been improving. I've been hearing more good things since its last set of episodes came out. But like, I've got no time or energy for it, man. Are you going to see the Super Bowl tomorrow? Fuck no. Cheering for my team, Philadelphia Eagles. Well, I hope your team wins, or for anybody else who's against them, maybe your team. I hope everybody ends up happy in the end. I don't know what's going to happen. I personally, it affects me nada. Whoever wins, I don't keep up with that at all. Me no sport. Since Omni said he misses Debbie last season, I wonder what happened if Omni-Man, sorry, misses Debbie last season. I wonder what would happen if he comes back to Earth and sees Debbie has moved on. That's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that part, like what would happen with their reconciliation now, especially now that she's moved on. To be fair, he doesn't have a lot of room to talk, because he also did a similar thing himself, but we know he's a little different there. Butcher kills Newman, team tries to split up, gets caught, and the smart chick has doomed Earth by getting Homelander what he wanted. Yeah, no, I remember all of it now. Once you said Homelander gets what he wanted, it all fell into place again. It's just like a fucking rush of images came back into play. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. July is going to be something. I mean, we have Superman, Fantastic Four, and Jurassic World Rebirth. What are you excited for most in Superman? For me, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Big fan of her and excited to see her take on the character. I'm just excited to see Superman do Superman things and hopefully be good and have some warmth, some heart, some energy, some levity, some fun, some whimsy, I just wanted to, I want to watch a Superman movie and feel uplifted. That's all I want. That's what I want. I who's playing who and all this other stuff means so little to me right now. I'm excited for the character to be done right, and I hope that he is. Did you know that Anthony Starr auditioned for James Bond, and I think you would be a great villain in that franchise? I did not know about that. I know Henry Cavill's auditioning tape for Bond leaked. I watched part of it. It wasn't that great, but that was also a while back, so I think he's gotten better by now, but yeah. No. I do feel bad because I do find myself constantly saying Anthony Starr should just be villains. But I'm right there with you on that. Kind of weird that Charlie and Nick, Aunt and Mom are all in MCU and Secret Invasion, Agatha all along, and Peggy and Carter. I'm not sure what you're saying, to be honest, man. Don't worry, I don't think it comes across as malicious. Am I going to watch Inhumans or Agent Carter? Because they cross over with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Inhumans did? Inhumans had enough time to cross over with anything. I do want to try to squeeze in Carter. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off, but I had zero plans to watch Inhumans. Hope your team wins. Or the other one. Quote me. Thank you for always being on top of with your content as a viewer. It's very much appreciated and always has me coming back. Well, thank you, Sebastian. Thank you so much. I try my best. I can't keep up with everything, but I try. Not a shitty answer. Very understandable. Thanks, though. Appreciate it. Thanks for understanding. I can't come up with something creative on every little thing. Sometimes, depending on the subject matter of a thing, like it can be, I could spitball a thing real quick, but like a lot of the times I'm just here for the ride, and I don't. Sometimes something ends and it's so open, I don't even know where you would even start. I would at least need like a starting point on what they're going to do to go for. The Final Destiny Bloodlines trailer didn't really give away much. That's good to know. I still have zero plans on watching it. The trailer or the movie. What's my favorite Hairspray song? Why am I fucking blanking? I hear it in my head. It's one of those things where I don't know if the chorus is the title, so I have to just double check right now because I am drawing a blank. Oh, thank you. Oh, I didn't know I had the whole soundtrack on my phone. I don't have the whole soundtrack downloaded, that's why. You Can't Stop the Beat. Thank you. Thank you, me. You Can't Stop the Beat is easily my favorite song of the whole thing. I saw it so many times, so many different editions of it during my show choir competitions. It was very, very popular. And that's what really caught me onto it. That was even before I even saw Hairspray. Loved it. Love it to death. I do like, I think next in line would be, I don't know, man. It's probably Good Morning Baltimore. You know, it's just so, hell, there's times where I'll find myself humming Good Morning Baltimore sometimes. But Can't Stop the Beat is just a fucking bop. I've ended up watching the Super Bowl the last 2 years and got oddly invested. My Britishness might be broken. Yeah, you might want to get that checked. One day you just throw up and it's just Star Spangled Banner. It's just stars, red, blue, and white, and you're like, what happened? Never had this happen, but Once for a DC movie is my most anticipated movie for this year. Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. I'm always a DC guy. My favorite universe, my favorite heroes. I love that world so much more than Marvel, but it has been such a hard time to be a DC fan these last couple of years, man. It's been so rough. The only thing really satiating me was ever just the animated stuff and CW for a long time. Honestly, way more consistent than the movies have been in the last 10 years. Am I going to be dropping all of my Cobra Kai reactions for the final season next week when it comes out? I will indeed. Of course. Duh. I mean, all at once? Now that's a different question. But I will 100% be reacting to it. I've already watched, I just watched the episodes today. So I've already recorded them, ready to go. I just need to edit them before they are publicly available, that's the challenge, is finding the time to do that. So that's the goal. I'll, at the very least, it'll be one at a time, just like before. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, until we're done. End of the day, worst case scenario, that's going to be how it's going to go. Just like last time. Ain't ready to say goodbye to Cobra Kai. Me too, man. It's still unreal, man. It's still unreal to me that we're at the end. Not to mention, we're not at the end. We're in the show. But they're working on, I think they said they're working on they're throwing around ideas for 2 spin-offs. What those could possibly be, no idea. I imagine one of them might be the Miyagi thing, like a young Miyagi thing. I don't know what the other one could possibly be. But then we have Daniel. We'll be seeing Daniel yet again outside of Cobra Kai in the Karate Kid Legends next month. So it won't be long once the show's over, we don't have to worry about it for a little bit. And then we'll get a little more Daniel after that. James Gunn usually does well, so I have hope for Superman. That is the one thing I'm hanging on for, is that James hasn't let me down once yet. His usual vibe, I don't know that would work with Superman, so I'm hoping that he can navigate some other kind of tone, and that's all I'm kind of worried about, but that's about it. I don't mean they direct crossover for Inhumans. They had a couple of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast members appear. Okay. But there's nothing in the Inhumans I would need to know that affects the seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? That's all I need to know. Agent Carter, yes. Inhumans, hell no. The season 2 of Percy Jackson series come out this year. This year, I don't know. I don't know if it comes out this year or not. Run and Tell That is really good. Go run and tell that. What was it? Hold on. What was another really, really good one? Where is it? Without Love is another one I will bop to. Especially, I love that. I personally didn't hate Inhumans, but them releasing a TV show in IMAX was stupid. Do you think if there's a chance for the Avengers kids to make an appearance from the animated Avengers Ultron film? If so, what are your thoughts on it? I've never watched it. If it's not X-Men 97, What If, Spider-Man the Animated Series, or X-Men the Animated Series, I've not watched it. I'll reiterate, I'm not a Marvel guy, typically. The MCU has been the thing that made me a Marvel fan. I've always loved Spider-Man. I've always loved the X-Men. That's where it's ended. Until the MCU, I have vehemently disliked every iteration of Iron Man, every iteration of Captain America, Hulk, Thor, all of it. Never been my thing. Until these versions of these characters. Daredevil included. It was the Netflix shows that really kind of made me a fan of those characters. So I've never sought out or really dove into that world, and I think I've watched, like, as far as like Marvel animation goes, outside of the things that I just mentioned, I've seen the Wolverine versus movies. Or was it Hulk versus? Might have been Hulk versus. I can't remember. It was like Hulk versus Thor and Hulk versus Wolverine. I've seen those two. And World War Hulk. I've seen World War Hulk. That was okay. But that, I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. I have zero idea. I need some Wonder Woman new content. I want an animated show so bad. Maybe in the future we'll get something like that. There's still that Paradise Island thing that's in the works, but that's quite not exactly what you're looking for. But I do hope we get some more Wonder Woman content in the future. And I'm curious who our new Wonder Woman is even going to be. Ooh, good choice. I'm still going to pick Run and Tell That. I do like that. All good. The whole song's good. I love Hairspray. So I'm always in a toss-up as far as like my favorite musical. It's always either Rent, Hairspray, or Wicked. And depending on my mood and how I'm feeling at any given time, like I love them all. I mean, Rent is so good. The thing about Rent though is it's infuriatingly depressing. It's so fucking sad. But some of the songs are just fucking bops. Like Living in America. Well, that's not the name of the song. That's one of those things where it's not the name of the song, but that's like the fucking... What the fuck is the name of the song? God damn it. It's like one of those things where I What are you? What You Own. See? I mean, I guess that is in the fucking chorus. But I always think of it as Living in America. But yeah, What You Own, dude. I auditioned that for a solo act at one point in school. Then I backed out of it because I was just, dude. I will destroy and I'll cover you. And La Vie Boheme, Part A, specifically, one of the most fun things to do ever. I fucking love it. I know every word to it, and I will not. I will destroy that shit. And Tango Mori, that shit is in my head all the damn time. I have to fight referencing it sometimes, every now and then, in certain reactions and whatnot, because it's so out of context. I really don't know how many people would even get it. I meant Olivia Colman is Nick's mom in the TV show in Secret Invasion, and the guy who played Charlie as Billy Atwell, who played Peggy Carter, will also be in season 3. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. Thank you for clarifying, because I was so confused. I like You Can't Stop the Beat and Without Love. Without love, it's like the seasons without summer, without love. Iconic. No! Scarlett looks really good in Jurassic World Rebirth, gotta say. I mean, Scarlett Johansson. She's never really not looked good to me. Percy Jackson Season 2 is now finished. Cool. Superhero Universe is ranked. DC, Marvel, The Boys, Invincible, Valiant. I'll be honest, I forget Valiant ever exists, but yeah, to be fair, I don't know that I really like anything from Valiant, to be honest. I put TMNT in there. Honestly, that would be my number 3, would be the Turtles universe. Hey Omni, I'm gonna head off to eat dinner. It's my first stream. Well, welcome, and welcome back anytime. Enjoy your dinner. And have a great evening, rest of your week and weekend, and all that jazz. What are you most excited for in James Gunn's DCU? Good fucking DC representation. That's it. I haven't seen any other than Creature Commandos, which it's just more James Gunn, and I liked it. It was good, but it was in vein of what we've seen him do before, and it doesn't change or alleviate my concern about what's going to happen moving forward. I'm most excited to see what the fuck he's going to do with Superman. That's it. It begins and ends there. If that doesn't hit, none of it's going to hit to me. No. Oh no. They reference the events of Inhumans in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but nothing status quo breaking. So they do at least acknowledge it. Interesting. I'm going to... I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try to figure out Agent Carter before the final season. Personally, I'm geeking over the Lantern show. I want that to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so burned with Warner Brothers specifically about their handling of DC that I need, as much as I trust James Gunn and stuff like that, and that he's never really done me wrong or anything like that, but like I'm just like I need to see it. I need to know before I feel at ease, if that makes any sense. Binge watching One Piece was a great way to experience it. I don't know if I'll still enjoy it as much once I eventually catch up with the anime. Currently on episode 780. Hey, you've got what? 400-ish left to go? You're almost there. Well past me at the moment. But yeah, I wonder how it's going to feel when you get to one a week. You know, when everything slows down. Any of the songs by John Travolta in Hairspray is definitely top 5 for me. Oh, yeah. I do love those parts with him in there. Loving your One Piece reactions. Keep it up, man. It's just getting better and better. Want to ask if you would maybe start solo leveling in the future. Love it and would love to see your reactions. I've had it recommended. It's among the many modern anime that I am missing out on. Currently, I don't have time or plans to do it at the moment, but it is kind of on a mental list that I'm keeping note of on anime I want to eventually get around to. That includes My Hero, that includes Jujutsu Kaisen, that includes Chainsaw Man, Spike's Family, all the shit the kids are into these days about all this stuff and the dance and all that. You know, it's just, there's so much anime out there that I can't do nothing about. That's a little on me. And Japan scares me because they don't have no copyright laws. I don't know why I went from like on the bayou straight into Mickey Mouse there for a second. Hope in the future they redo Inhumans. They are such an interesting team. Hope so proper in the MCU. I think that would be really cool. Thankfully, you know, Brad Winderbaum, after everything, was like, hey, I think maybe we should make the Netflix shows canon, and then they did. Recently, last week, said, I think we need to start analyzing how we can make Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that shit canon in the MCU. So, we might get official confirmation soon that any of that shit might actually have been canon, which would be cool, Speaking of Daredevil, have you started watching the show when season 1 came out or after that? I watched it when it came out. That was one of the few things at the time I watched like as it came out. I'm a day oneer on that one. I agree, but so far, they made the hair power lady bald and screaming one. So. Mouthless. Talk about their handling the Inhumans. I had to piece that together for a minute. Fitz did meet Black Bolt's dog and got briefly teleported to the moon, though he never talks about it, so it may not be canon. That's okay. So random to not even bring up. Thoughts on Blue Beetle? Messy movie, really fun, really endearing, lots of heart. Love Sholo, fantastic, perfect casting. Love the suit, the aesthetic, the look, all of it, the powers, the representation there, fantastic. A little messy of a movie, but really good. Can't wait for the animated series that they're working on. And that'll be coming out according to Sholo. I think they're expecting it to come out in 2026. I don't think it's going to come out this year. I think they still got stuff to work on for that from, you know, when I talked to them and whatever. So outside of that, I don't know. Currently no live action plans, but if everything goes well, that's all it hinges on. Everything, like James even said, and Shola mentioned this as well, everything kind of rides on how well Superman does. Even James was like, if Superman doesn't do well, the universe dies. We're not doing it anymore. So if Superman bombs or fails, flukes, whatever, he's like, we're done. So a lot of that hinges there. How do I feel about Tick Tick Boom? Tick Tick Boom? What did I say? I don't know, whatever. It was really good. It's so emotional. I have a reaction to it on Patreon, so you can check that out there. But fantastic movie. emotional, powerful, gripping, good songs. Andrew Garfield, fantastic. Vanessa Hudgens as a just background character, kind of, was also really cool. I'm glad that she was in that as well, because again, highlighting a lot of her vocal talent. Great movie. How you doing? Sacharuto, how are you? I've never seen Rent. Someone described some plot stuff, and I've been too much of a baby to watch it. Yeah, it's about a bunch of broken poor people trying to survive and be happy as the world around them kind of doesn't want them to be. And stuff happens. It's sad. There's some happy stuff, but it's a little rough. But that's kind of what I like about it. It's very grounded. It's very human. It's got a point. I mean, the movie was built, much like with Tick, Tick, Boom, around a purpose, an event, to garner attention to a huge problem in America at the time. And I mean, still is to this day. Not as much as it was at the time, but still. So yeah, it is as bright and, well, I wouldn't say bright, as peppy as it can be sometimes. It's very hard to watch sometimes. But I love it, man. There's some fucking bangers in it. When the movie came out, man, when we were at Allstate, gearing up for choir and stuff like that, and even at like show choir and stuff like that, dude, like you were always hearing someone or some pocket of people, kids, choir kids, just singing Seasons of Love and stuff like that. And like, hell, everybody at our Allstate practice, we were just looping that shit between sessions and stuff. If we go to favorite musical, how about how many songs one knows from the Newsies? I can sing that whole soundtrack. I've never seen Newsies. I'm sorry. Also, Hamilton, super good. I couldn't sing everything in Hamilton. I do love Hamilton. I always forget about Hamilton. The Producers, that was another one I forgot to mention. The Producers. Fucking love it. I love The Producers. Fantastic film. This is the soundtrack in general as well. So good. But I was introduced to that through the film, through Nathan Lane and why am I blanking on his name? Ferris Bueller. Bueller. Why? What the fuck? I'm having a moment, man. Maybe it's the whiskey. Matthew. He's in fucking Godzilla. Broderick, thank you. I was like, it's there. I got his first name. What's the rest of it? I tried watching the Gene Wilder movie, which is not a musical, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch The Producers without the music. I tried, I couldn't. As much as I love Gene Wilder, I couldn't do it. Kind of basic, but I'm more of a Hamilton kind of guy. Well, it's okay. You can be forgiven for that. What's up, Ginger? How you doing? Hey, Ragu's made it. Just on for the pub. How are you doing? I'm sure I'm gonna talk about a dozen times, but Fantastic Four thoughts. I'm really happy. Vanessa Kirby and Namor is going to lose his shit. That's gonna be an interesting thing if they end up going down that route. Namor's so fucking weird with all that. Anyway, I loved it. I like the look of it. I like the feel. I like the tone. I think I like the aesthetic, like the visual vibe the movie's going for with the retro futuristic, like just art direction. Fascinated by it. I'm excited for all of that. I think the casting's all great. I love the look that we saw so far. The only thing that kind of has me hung up at all is the fact that we saw zero stretching, but I'm excited. Also, Vanessa Kirby is fine as fuck. So, got on to watch your Invincible reactions. Got sucked into the live. Hope you have a wonderful day, man. And thank you again for all the content you provide. Anytime, man. We're here every Saturday. Well, we try to be. Not gonna lie, my taste in musical is very heavily influenced by my Nana. I don't know how I stumbled into it. Maybe it was mainly like kind of tertiary to Disney. Maybe is that? I don't even know how I really kind of got into it. Let's see. Am I a Jimmy Neutron fan? I thought it was fine. I watched it when it was on because, you know, when I was a kid, you just kind of watch what was on. I liked it. It was fine. I wouldn't say I wouldn't call myself like a Jimmy Neutron fan, but I watched pretty much all of it, again, because it was on, and sometimes you just kind of have to resign yourself to what's on TV. But it was fine. It's fine. I wouldn't care if they're making more. You mentioned they're hearing talks of a revival. That wouldn't have me excited, personally. What's my favorite candy? Reese's Mini. The little cups. The mini cups. I love getting a giant bag of those, putting them in the freezer. Not the freezer, but in the refrigerator, because I like to eat them cold. And then I'll fucking eat 20 of those fuckers in one go. It was sister's birthday and thought I would have missed you. Well, welcome back and hope they had a great birthday. Hope you didn't have to rush away to come over here. Finished The Punisher Season 1. It was so freaking good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It is amazing. It is one of my favorite seasons out of all of those shows. Namor's going to go bananas over Susan. Reed better watch out. You're going to be ready with those thunder fists, man. Big, blonde, and beautiful is also another one of my faves. I also dig that one as well. Because Mickey Mouse messed up copyright law. What was this in reference to? Susan married to someone that looks like Pedro. No contest. Am I watching Young Justice in the past? I reacted to... Which seasons did I react to? I know I did the last one, but I didn't do before that, did I? No, I think I started with 4. I reacted to all of season 4. But I've seen all of Young Justice. As far as channel coverage, I've only... You know, I didn't have the channel when I was watching the other seasons, but I've reacted to all of season 4. I just couldn't remember if I reacted to anything before that. I know I've watched it, but I hadn't reacted to it. I was so close to a Karen and a Frank kiss, but nope, damn it. Hey, more chances might be up here in the future now that her and Matt aren't a thing again. I'm currently on episode 648 of One Piece, and I'm on chapter 1135 of One Piece. For only 4 chapters behind the current, because the manga is on 139. 140 will be next week. I think less than the manga is on a break again. Nice. The anime has been on break since October and won't come back in April 6th. Yeah, that's another thing that benefits me. It gives me more time. The more breaks they have, the more time I have to catch up. I ship Karen and Frank. You're not alone. I'm well, thanks. Good. Trying to get caught up with the anime before April. Really selling it to me, bud. You're welcome. Have you ever seen or heard of the musical Avenue Q? Yes. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it. I've heard things from it, but I've never really sought it out and watched it. Sadly, my only insight in Rent is Team America. Don't judge me. Lease. You're probably not alone on that front, and that whole gag was hilarious. Those dudes are great. Troy and Adam, fuck yeah, dude. Hilarious shit. I want to see the Book of Mormon eventually, but one day. Seasons of Love is such a good damn song. Agreed. Am I excited to see Bullseye back in Daredevil board again? I am. I'm really curious how he's going to play a part into the whole thing. The UK finally has access to the final season of Superman and Lois. You are in for it. Let's go. Victory, finally. Everybody be like, Matthew Broderick. Which I will be watching after Daredevil, Defenders rewatch, and Punisher Season 2. Simba. You're right, he was Simba. Forgot about that. You should check out My Hero Academia at some point. I'm currently on Season 5, Episode 2, and it was a good anime. I'm sad that it is ending with Season 8 this year. By the way, you mentioned before you met Charlie and Vincent. That's amazing. And Deborah Ann Wool, met her. Karen. I met the guy that plays Bullseye. And why am I I'm gonna brain fart here. John Berthal, Punisher. Met them. Sweet as hell. I didn't get to go to Vincent's table. I did a shoot with him. I did go to Charlie's table. I did go to John's table, and both of them were sweet as hell. Yeah, that was a really, really great interaction. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. They're kind as fuck, you know, especially considering it was like fuck all in the morning on a weekend like that. Super cool. I thought when they asked FS4, it was Final Fantasy 4. You never know. I mean, it could have been. If you had the chance, would you do the severance procedure? Separate your personal life from your work life? You would think, you know, if I didn't know about the show or anything like that, that would sound amazing. To clock into work and wake up and it's just gone and you didn't have to do any of it. You didn't have to feel any of it. You didn't have to experience any of it. All you had to do was lose time. That sounds amazing. But thanks to the show, I'm like, I feel fucking disgusting and awful for what they've done to the work version of them. I would have to say, if I didn't know about any of that, I'd probably be all for it. And if I found out about that, it'd be a big old fuck no. I'm glad that we're getting a prequel to My Hero Academia Vigilantes in April. Interesting, I didn't know about that. Thoughts on Jimmy being brought back since Smallville and Superman Returns? Huh? I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm sure you're talking about Jimmy Olsen, but I don't know what you mean about him being brought back. Like our first live action version since then? Because we had him in Supergirl, we had him in Superman and Lois in the final season. Maybe that's what you meant. Finally having a live action one. And technically, man, Batman versus Superman had Jimmy Olsen, even if he had like 5 seconds of screen time and a bullet in his head. What's my favorite drink? That would be the Dr. Pepper. I don't know what that was. That's from when you went into the Mickey Mouse voice. Thank you. Yeah, zero stretching worried me. Can you make people look silver, on fire, and rocky? As if, but somehow stretchy skin is a struggle. Bring it home, Marvel. I hope they figure it out. Again, I think Netflix's One Piece, that's the first time I never bumped into an issue with it. I think they managed to figure it out with that. So if they can do something even remotely close to that, I think they'll be on okay ground. You were talking about Japan's lack of copyright law, and then you went Mickey. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Lady's choice. Can you watch Epic the Musical? For the channel? Probably not. Yep, Karen and Frank for me. Young Justice was such a good series. I'm so sad that we're not going to get continuation of that because the storyline is just left up in the air. I've ever watched Anastasia long time ago. I don't really remember a lot about it. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, and I honestly I know I've seen it. I had it, but it was never one of those movies I rewatched. But I have seen it, but I don't remember fuck all from it. But speaking of the music in that, which is not related to that, for whatever reason, it made me think of The Prince of Egypt, which had phenomenal fucking songs. Like, There Can Be Miracles. Fucking great. Anastasia. Or, I don't even know the name of the song, but the one where they're at the village and they're all gathered around the fire. That song is in my head all the damn time. Love it. Finished Punisher Season 1 as well. On the road to Born Again. Currently on Daredevil Season 3. And the sound design is a work of art in this season compared to any of the other Netflix Marvel shows. Season 3 is fucking pinnacle Marvel shit. It's so good. Superman and Lois, I still cry thinking about this incredible ending. Hell yeah. Yeah, it was a beautiful send-off, man. It really was. What's my job again? I do IT work. For a supply management application. That's what I do. Anastasia was the first movie I saw in the cinema. The first movie I saw in the cinema was Jurassic Park. At least the first movie I remember seeing in a theater. Could I have been taken to a movie before that? Possibly. That's the earliest movie theater memory I have was Jurassic Park. I don't even remember seeing the whole movie. I just remember being the opening and just pestering the fuck out of my dad about when the dinosaurs were going to show up. Like the whole sequence where Grant is sitting there dusting the dinosaurs and they're in the desert. I'm just like, Dad, where's the dinosaurs? I remember that vividly. And that's where it pretty much ends. Karen is stunning. She is very, very attractive. And huge nerd. Huge D&D nerd. Her DMing is impressive. Like the DMing she did just on a fly for John Bernthal's podcast was wild. How she almost tricked him into playing because he was like, he's never played. He doesn't understand the game. And the way that she beautifully demonstrated how you play to somebody who might not understand it, she did it in the best way ever. That was like some of the best shit I've ever seen in my life. Dimitri is hot. New Superman film. I was FF4. Sorry, I know nothing of Final Fantasy except playing Kingdom Hearts badly. Thanks to Omni. Hey, at least you're playing it. At least you're playing it. At least I coached somebody into playing it. Hell yeah. The Anastasia soundtrack is so good. Blasting Dark of the Night in the car is so much fun. That sounds familiar, but I'm not getting anything. Thoughts on DC's Titans show? Rocky as all hell. I hate season 1. Season 2 sucks. Season 3 is okay. Season 4 was fun. That's my feelings on Titans. As a whole, the show, I don't recommend it. Doom Patrol is insane, vulgar, fun, wild, creative, random. Love it to death. I've reacted to both. Not all of both, but most of both. Once Upon a December is so good. Matilda the musical is great, and the movie is decent too. I've seen some choreography from the new, I think it was Matilda. That shit's fucking insane. But I haven't seen it yet. Which side are you on, Invincible side or Cecil side? I understand where both of them are coming from. In a realistic world, Cecil isn't wrong. He may have handled the situation not so gracefully, but Mark is also being a massive hypocrite. So there are, I have to be a fence center. I can't say one side or the other is. If I had to pick a side, I think Cecil is more right. His just methods are, as many things are, questionable, but yeah. The Prince of Egypt soundtrack is incredible. On top of the art, the animation. The plagues is the only reason I know about the plagues in the Bible. Catholic school clearly did not work on me. Nice. The failure of the Catholic school system. That's wild. That's hilarious. Because I had that shit locked in from a Sunday school. But The Prince of Egypt is just an amazing film. From the animation to the voice acting to the music, man. So many great moments. I love it. Kind of makes you sad that people are looking forward to, or disparaging a new Superman. Aw, 4 years of Arrowverse and not enough people showed up. That's very fucking true. Stunning and a nerd, even better. Which actress in this with the D&D DMing? Deborah Ann Woll from Daredevil. Like, she is an amazing Dungeons and Dragons dungeon master. Just look up a clip of her and John Bernthal and her explaining Dungeons and Dragons to him. It's amazing. It's magic. Do you have a casting preference for Bruce Wayne or Batman? As far as like who? No, not really. I don't really have anybody I was like, I really want this person. There's a lot of ideas float around that I would be fine with, like Jensen Ackles or Alan Ritchson. Even though I think Alan Ritchson's, he's basically played Batman on Reacher, which is coming back at the end of this month. Thank you for fucking making my life busy as all hell. You're gonna dump another 3 episodes on me the same time that Invincible is going on. Thank you, Amazon. Fuck you. But I'll be watching that. But he's basically Batman there, except he has no issues killing people in that show. He's fine. Yeah, I think he's a little maybe too bulky, too big for what my ideal Batman would be, but I'd be fine with it. There hasn't been any castings where I've been like, but I don't have like a go-to personally in my head. What would you think? What would you think if they somehow brought the OG Teen Titans back to us? Like just brought back the show? Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I'd love that. What's your ranking of the Daredevil, the three Daredevil seasons? I mean, I think I mentioned this last week. I mean, we even talked about this. Oh, we 100% talked about this last week. 3, 1, 2. 3's my favorite. 1's my second favorite. 2's my third favorite. Titans is a mess, but I love it. Sometimes a cast can save a show, even when the writers are curb stomping it. I mean, I like the castings, but I don't think any of them were strong enough to do any heavy lifting, personally. The costume designer was sweating trying to carry that show on their back. That's the praise I have. I hate season 1, but the costuming team the whole way through the show did a fucking great job from season 1 onward, except for that awful Batman suit they came up with. But it's still not the worst one. It's still not Gotham's Batman suit. That was ass. Could you please react to... Oh, I will keep asking every week. Is the Addict or Twisters? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. She's also in True Blood. Wow. I forgot about that. I found that out at her table because she had stuff to sign from True Blood there. Didn't know that. Never watched that, so I didn't know. No 1, not 2. Reacher is like if Batman murdered people and didn't wear a costume and was just a homeless guy. I love True Blood. She's great in it. Put Bruce Wayne / Batman just to clarify. Fair enough. Last Cobra Kai episodes next Thursday. Dude, get ready. I'll give you one. I can't give a review legally. I can't give a review, but I will say in episode 4, I almost passed out. Won't say why, but I almost passed out. Like I felt myself fluttering from consciousness. Anyway, True Blood's great. I like Gotham. I loved Gotham, as hokey as it got, but that Batman suit at the very end was fucking terrible. What do you think about season 2 of The Punisher? It was messy as hell, unfocused, and I really didn't care for it. It was okay. It was fine. It was just massively disappointing after season 1, sorry. Didn't like. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't hate it, but I didn't like it. I didn't like how they wrote Billy Russo in Punisher season 2. Wish they had made him remember everything he did. Yeah, I didn't like any of that either. I wish they had just fixed. The problem I have with season 2 is they didn't stick to a storyline. Juggling those 2 storylines, the stuff with the girl and that mob and then him, it didn't gel. There was no synergy. So it felt like you were watching 2 different seasons of 2 different shows at the same time, and it just decided on a whim to switch between one or the other at times. I was not a huge fan. Ooh, such a tease. I'm watching that next. She's great in True Blood. She can cry on a dime. No wonder why they threw so much stuff at Karen. Hell yeah. That's funny. I think last week you just said season 3 was your favorite. No, we did a ranking. I don't think you said your ranking. I am 100% confident. I know I said season 3 was my favorite, and I know I told you season 2 is my least favorite, which shocked you because you were really enjoying season 2. But yeah, I remember that. I mean, and by process of elimination, if I didn't flat out rank it, I mean, you could figure out the list there. I know I said that. I know I did. I'm confident in that. I'm usually not that confident about things I've said in the past, but I'm pretty damn solid on that. Thoughts on the way they portrayed the characters, mostly villains, in Gotham. Penguin was... Penguin? Penguin? What did I say? Penguin was awesome. Love that iteration of him. Robin did a fantastic job with that character. And that Riddler, great. They were fantastic. They turned Poison Ivy into a Pokemon, which I did not await. I did not appreciate. Thought that was really weird, especially towards the end. Got really weird. I think the ones they handled the best were those two. I think those two they handled the best, and actually did Roz not that bad. Hugo Strange also very good, but I think they did, and Joker. Jeremiah and Jerome, those Jokers were amazing. Cameron Monaghan, like, is an underrated live action Joker. He's fantastic, barring the finale of the show, which was ass. Is my rant video still on? I don't even remember what I said in that. That was so long ago. It is my final episode review. God, that was a long time ago, man. That was 6 years ago. Jesus Christ. Whew, anyway. Prepare yourselves for more shows sandwiched between in the coming months. I really like The Ventriloquist. That was good. I do love Planglands. Oh my god. Fucking that reminded me of the Benedict Cumberbatch documentary he narrated, where he always calls them penguins. Penguins is how he pronounces it, and he got so much shit for that. It was so funny. It's consistent through the entire thing too. Penguin and Riddler were awesome. Yes, they were. Thoughts on Superman being promoted on the Puppy Bowl this weekend and not the Super Bowl? Oh, I thought somebody was just being cute about the Puppy Bowl. I didn't know there was actually a Puppy Bowl. Love me some crypto, so I'm good with it. I mean, hell, yeah, sure, go for it. That's fair, Omni. I have to think about my ranking, though. Fun. Is Terrifier in your watch list? Not even in the slightest. Am I a fan of the Doom games? Who would you cast as a live-action Doom? Alan Ritchson is a popular pick so far. Definitely not Carl Urban, who was the Doom guy in the last movie we got. I mean, he'd be good. You'd want somebody pretty bulky, but I don't know. I never really played. I mean, I played like Doom 64. I never played any of the ones older than that, but I played Doom 64, and I've played the Doom remake from just what, the recent years, the one just before Doom Eternal, 2018, 20 something, whatever it was. I got Doom Eternal, but I haven't played it yet. Those are the only Doom games I've played, and I have seen that movie. By the way, I have seen that movie. The whole first-person sequence at the end was I kind of like that, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, off the top of my head, I can't really think of anybody better than Alec Ritchson. But it's not like you need like dude just in a helmet. He's just Master Chief killing demons essentially. Cameron should play the Joker for real. I wouldn't be against that, man. I think Clayface, Carlo, or Azrael or Freeze. They're okay. They're fine. I do hope we get a Azrael full on in this new universe, though. That'd be fucking wicked. Penguins. Benedict was in a Penguins movie. Oh my god. I have not shut up about that since I saw that clip. In deep voice, I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. The game Mighty Doom. Seriously, Puppy Bowl has been a tradition watched in my house for years. It's so cute. I probably have known that's a thing at some point, but it maybe escaped my my memory. But yeah, I thought somebody was being cute with the Super Bowl. I'd be like, oh yeah, the Puppy Bowl or something like that. I don't know if that meant, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Firefly was questionable, but yeah, Robin and Corey Riddler brought them to life. Yeah, They were what kept me watching the show, to be honest. I love Ben McKenzie, like even from the OC days. That's one of, well, I love Batman. Batman's my favorite superhero. So like, that really drew me into the show to begin with, just to see how they were going to do this. And the John Pertwee, his fucking dad, Sean Pertwee. What's his fucking name? The fourth Doctor's son is Alfred in that, and he's such a rock hard Alfred. He was, I don't know. I like them. I like the kid that played Bruce, and Ben McKenzie I thought was really great. Like the whole cast was really, really fucking good in general. And it got hokey, it got weird, when they did the Solomon Grundy stuff, that was a little off. Their Bane not that great. Like there's some questionable shit in there, but the show overall as a whole was I found really, really enjoyable. Have I watched Lucifer? I have not. That is on my list to eventually watch one day. You can't tell, but I actually stood up with joy that you referenced the Penguins thing. I might be losing it. Hey, it's an excitable thing. I think I'm gonna start having a thing for Frank Castle. I don't think you'd be wrong to. I like Frank. It's also John Berthel. Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk is so freaking perfect. He has such an incredible presence and is so intimidating. Yeah, no, he's fucking great. Sean, Gotham was fun. He dated Elektra in the comics. Cut a person hard out and gave it to her. Same here, a lot of fun with Gotham. Love Lucifer, the show, I mean. The show. I like Lucifer from Has Been Hotel. And Lucifer cameoed in Crisis on Infinite Earths in the Arrowverse. The very same from the show Lucifer. He was in there. Had a little back and forth in exchange with Constantine, which he aggravatingly correctly pronounced his name, which was funny considering canonically in that universe they were pronouncing it wrong the entire time, but it is whatever. Yeah, it's fun. I didn't know about Puppet Bowl before the news about Superman. These are Darren. I've been giving up on the name. It looks awesome. Oh no, he's caught up. I've been caught up for a while actually. What the fuck? All worship Lucifer. I've ever seen Birds of Prey series. I have. I actually have a review for it. It was I watched it during my preparation for Crisis on Infinite Earths because they brought back two of the actresses for 10 seconds. So I watched the entire series. I have a review for it on the channel. I found it interestingly endearing. I found it very, very charming. I liked it. It was fun. Eee! Oh, what's up, Galaxy? And swing by and show some love. Psyched to see what all drops for the Super Bowl. I'm really curious considering we got those major trailers here this week, so I wonder what, if anything, we're going to get. Maybe some TV spots? That's the best I'm thinking. Is there anything going to be big? I don't know. I'll be at my D&D sesh, so I'll probably, if there is anything, I'll probably be pretty late to it. It'll probably be a Monday thing for me, but yeah. Gotham is the only Batman iteration that had me actually shipping everyone in his rogues gallery besides Harley and Ivy. And boy, was that a surprise. That's true. Yeah. I like how everybody thought it wasn't what we expected for a DC Gotham show. It was what it was with the detective side of it, the mystery and the shock, like with the Joker and also the music. And they managed to pull something off with it. That was fun to watch. Picture looks damn fine in F4 trailer. Ginger, that's not fair of you to say. You'd say that no matter what he was in. I'm behind on your reactions, Omni. How are you feeling about Harley Quinn this season? Does something seem off? I don't feel like anything's off. I feel like it's more on than last season, personally. I'm enjoying it a lot. Perfect Ross Geller impression with the E. Hell yeah. Probably Lilo and Stitch. If we get like a trailer, that'd be interesting. I'm still, again, these Disney remakes, and that's my favorite Disney movie. I'm so nervous about it. Also didn't realize that launch trailer on Feb 4. I didn't even notice that either, that it was F4 that the trailer released on. Great thing that they did that. So cool. True. but I'm right. You are right. Harley was awful. That was plain disrespectful what they did to her. In Gotham, yeah. And we are at the end. We are at 46 minutes over. I haven't eaten today. No. I've eaten Cobra Kai. Oh, we'll talk about that later. But you guys will get to chomp on that Thursday. And hopefully I will be productive and have all my shit ready on time this roundabout. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week. I'll say that. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you next weekend for another little chat session, and we can touch base on everything that happens in the interim. Damn, we won't be able to talk about Cobra Kai. Well, not spoilers, because I don't know if I have everything out yet. Oh, I just want to talk about Cobra Kai. Yeah. Anyway, guys, see y'all next time. Take it easy.